won his NCAA pool. Oh, we are the top. He saw me a while ago. He's awesome. He was at Elysian Fields as a principal, and then came over here as assistant.
At this time, our senior Roughnecks will leave their traditional mark at home plate. They will paint their number for tonight's game. Congratulations again to our seniors.
Hey, good evening. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to White Oak. I am K.O. Kyle Owens alongside El Jefe, Brett Swinney, and Jaron Peoples, the voice of Tatum Eagle Baseball. Guys, fellas, how we doing tonight?
Man, it's a nice evening. Now the sun's gone down, Kyle. I'm liking the weather here.
Well, these senior Roughnecks here, three of them, just spray painted their numbers here, and that's kind of the aroma that I'm smelling. Normally you smell nachos and hot dogs and stuff at the ballpark, but right now I'm smelling that spray paint aroma.
You're already affecting you.
It's already affecting you.
It's already there early on. Hey, this should be a good one here tonight. We're here to see the White Oak Roughnecks take on the Tatum Eagles. White Oak, as you see, coming in 16-6. Overall, 6-4 in district play, and the Tatum Eagles also 16-6 overall and 7-2 in district play. And we were talking about the district standings coming into this game, Brett, and they were it's a tight race there at the top. You got Troop and Tatum both sitting there at 7-2 in the district standings.
You think we could maybe take a look at those?
Yeah, let's take a look at those. That's what I was alluding to. There we go. As we see there, Troop and Tatum both 7-2 at the top of the district, but White Oak sitting there 6-4, kind of controlling their own destiny at least this week. If they could pick up 2 wins here against Tatum, then they would hop them in the standings right there. And then you got Gladewater sitting there in the 4th spot at 6-5, and don't count out West Rusk just yet. They're sitting there at 5-4. They're not out of the playoffs by any means there. Sabine is probably the only one that's actually eliminated, I guess, them and ARP out of this district race, but everybody else is still in it, which makes this matchup tonight such a big matchup between Tatum and White Oak, Brett.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting because White Oak could either solidify themselves in the playoffs or they could play themselves right out.
Yeah.
So it's an important, you talked about being senior night. It's a big game right here for them.
You don't lose on senior night.
And to open this series, you don't want to, lose this one at home first and have to go to Tatum, and then it would almost be a must-win for you in Tatum. So
especially depending on what happens with Gladewater and West Rusk throughout the rest of the week here too. But Listen, I've seen White Oak baseball quite a few times in these past few years. Covering Harmony at KMU, saw they've had some battles. I know they were reading off Colin Wheat, one of the seniors here tonight. One of his favorite memories was getting the save to beat Harmony in the 4th round. So that is a big rivalry there that kind of sparked up between Harmony and White Oak there. And then I saw Gavin Jones, who is now pitching at Oklahoma from White Oak. He pitched in a game against Mineola, I believe, a couple years ago. So I got to see him pitch, and just tremendous talent that comes out of White Oak, especially out of this baseball program. So expecting to see a good one. I remember Colin Wheat, when I saw the name on the roster, I was like, that name sounds familiar. And yeah, 4-year starter on varsity. So I've seen him a couple of times and called a couple of his games. So I expect a good one here tonight in White Oak.
Yeah, well, the district's been pretty tight. I mean, it's all muddled up in the middle, right? So all these district games, I think Troop's been better than people expected them to be this season, so that's kind of a surprise this year. But what's also interesting is now with the big school, small school thing, there's the playoff options are still wide open. Yes. I mean, there's no way to really kind of predict, which is really exciting.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, too, Brett, is that who goes big school, who goes small school, right? And Gladewater is kind of the one that kind of holds the key to all that, because if Gladewater makes it, they're big school no matter what, and then Tatum would go big school. I think Tatum may go big school no matter what if they go in.
Yeah, the only way Tatum wouldn't go big school is if Sabine ended up making it in Gladewater, because
they're already eliminated from it. So, and that makes it interesting. Then on White Oak's case, because White Oak is really the one that if Gladewater doesn't make it, they could go D1.
That's right.
If Gladewater makes it, they're probably going D2. So it's interesting.
And let's be honest, I think that D2 road's going to be a lot easier because the D1 road's going to go through Liberty Aloe and Gunner eventually. So
yeah, Liberty Aloe, I've heard of them. I think they're pretty good.
Hey, we were talking the last baseball game I did on NetSN was Fort Worth Benbrook and Liberty Ilo in last year's playoffs at Mike Carter, which was a lightning delay, rain delay mess. But we were there. We hung in. We thugged it out. We did it.
That was the same round I did Tatum and Gunner last year at DBU in a lightning rain delay mess. But that was in the nice press box with the TV.
Yeah, but
watching the Mavericks, it was awesome.
But you didn't have the NetSN.
No, I was with another station.
We didn't
but it was
have
nice.
this though.
Yeah, no, this
clear.
This is a. Yeah, this is a special night. We got the full crew here. We got several nice camera angles, and we got how many years of experience you say on the broadcast?
I think between us three, we got like 27 years of broadcast experience.
That's quite a bit. So this will be fun.
Yeah, I think 2016 to now, so that's 9 years.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm at 10. You're at 9, and then you're at like
5 or 6. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'm the youngin' on there, even though I'm the oldest here.
There's a couple other names I recognize from this White Oak team over the past couple of years. Like Ludlow is one of them. He's got a cannon at that shortstop. I believe he pitches some too. I think I'm not 100%
quarterback
sure.
for the White Oak,
which explains the arm.
His dad's the head football coach. So
and you got two seniors in here that are starting, Brady Greenwood and Colin Wheat. Colin Wheat's going to be on the mound, and I tell you, he's going to have some electric stuff. And Jaron, it was a couple weeks ago we did Tatum Gladewater where Tristan Berry pitched, and he had some really electric stuff that night too. So I'm excited to see this pitching matchup.
And a sophomore too, by the way.
Hell yeah, that's right. Yeah. Forgot about that. We're getting the starting lineups here at the Roughneck Ballpark. Beautiful complex here too at White Oak.
Also home of the Pineywood Timber Hogs.
That's right. That's right. My good buddy Jake Johnson from Big Sandy plays for them. So. Yeah, they play here at this facility as well. Huge monster wall.
Can we say it's a pitcher's park?
Yeah, well, depends. Right field's not.
Yeah.
With the short wall, but as it goes, it is.
You ain't hitting it out. I don't think anyone's going dead center. That would be a shot.
Never say never, Brett.
I'm trying to announce a jinx it, Kyle.
Crazy things happen on.
But here's the deal.
That's true.
Left field's not far. I mean, it's a little high, but
it's got a
shallow.
big wall there.
It's shallow.
I think this is my first time ever being here.
Yeah, definitely the first time for me.
I've seen some all-star district tournaments because this is a Little League park, so they hold so my nephew played some all-star district tournaments over here.
I had to walk through the Little League park to get over here because that's where I parked at. So it should be easy exit for me.
Did you play in the splash pad over there, or was it it might have been close?
No, it was a little too cool when I got here. All right, we're about to break away here for the national anthem, I believe. Not break away, but we'll take it to the field and let them handle it. And right now we'll pause for the national anthem. I don't know if y'all had those headset on for that, but I don't know if that sounded very well.
Yeah, no,
okay.
that crowd might.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Sorry
get
about
ready
that.
for first pitch now here in White Oak. And let us know where you are watching us from. We usually, I know it's not a Brook Hill broadcast, so we won't have people from Lithuania probably. Maybe our Lithuania viewers are tuned in, checking out some baseball. But let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. And let us know how we're doing. Any comments, criticisms, concerns, crippling fears, anything you might have to say.
And we're trying to get our internet a little better here. We've got some. I know you might see some glitch in here, but just give us a few minutes.
Well, I'll talk us through it. Let's get the starting lineup here for the Tatum Eagles. Starting in center field and batting first, number 2, Grant Adcock. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 21, Cooper Whitus. And Jaron, correct me on any pronunciations that I do.
I got you.
And batting third and catching, number 7, Jackson Prince. Batting cleanup at the designated hitter spot, number 11, Colt Ballard. And number 22, Cody Hines, playing second base and batting fifth. Batting sixth at first base, number 17, Brody Downs. Batting seventh in left field, number 8, Dustin Hennigan. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 5, Tucker Anthony. And in right field, batting ninth, number 16, Caden Tatum. As we go around the diamond here for the White Oak Roughnecks, you have in left field Greenwood, center field Sipes, right field McKinney. Third base, Soto. Shortstop, Ludlow. Second base, Thomas. First base is Ian Owen. Behind the plate, Jordy Robertson. And on the mound is the senior, Colin Wheat. For the Roughnecks, the righty.
And I'm not sure if you mentioned it because they've got a designated hitter, but on the mound for the Eagles is Tristan Berry, the sophomore.
Yes, sir. I did not mention that yet.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to mention it when they came in the field.
Sorry.
All good, though, Jaron.
I ruined the surprise.
It's okay. It's all right. It wasn't that much of a surprise. We knew. And the Tatum listeners knew.
They knew.
Viewers, they knew.
He's typically the Tuesday starter.
Right.
So.
Well, Tristan Tuesdays. That's what.
That's right. And again, I know we're still glitching some, so be patient as we're working on the internet here to get kind of straight.
The audio's good, though, right?
Audio's great.
Well, we'll radio through it then.
We'll radio through it.
All right, leading things off for Tatum will be the center fielder Grant Adcock.
His on-base percentage is right around 560 this year.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wheat delivers the first one high and inside, ball 1. We're underway here in White Oak on a 73-degree Tuesday night. Beautiful night for baseball, not a cloud anywhere. Wheat high again. That's ball 2. Colin's got good velocity. Got to rein it in here and get that first strike. Oh, that one high again. 3 balls and no strikes.
He's been at the top part of the zone the whole, all 3 pitches so far.
Could be a situation being a little lamped up here on senior night. 3-0 count. And high, a 4-pitch walk to begin the ball game. Not the way you wanted to start it if you're a Roughneck fan. That'll bring up Cooper Whitus, shortstop, with a runner on and nobody out.
Cooper's leading the team in batting average. So
yeah.
Kind of guy you want up when you have somebody on.
That is a good point. That is the guy that you want up, the team leader in batting average. Whitus standing in now against Colin Wheat. Looking to throw the first strike. That nice, beautiful breaking ball.
That thing hit its brakes, didn't it? Goodness.
That thing broke off for strike number 1. And that's some confidence in Wheat there after delivering 4 straight balls to come through with a breaking ball on the first pitch and deliver a strike. So no balls and 1 strike now to Whitus. Squaring around, pickoff attempt to first. Adcock gets back. It's a nice camera you got out there in center field, Brett.
Thank you. It's a little bit off center, but we made it work for the evening.
I don't know why you didn't go to the big wall out there.
I don't know. It's a good question.
The Maroon Giant.
Yeah. Oh, that one skips past and hits off the net. And that'll advance Adcock over to second base. Already see it.
Did you spot that one out, Cam?
Yep. As soon as I sat down, I said, this is not going to be good. Well, hopefully nothing comes back here. We get workers' comp, Brett? Is that included in our we'll talk about it later. 1-1. There it is. Strike 2 to Cooper Whitus there. So Colin Wheat doing a good job of bouncing back after the 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning. He's now ahead in the count 1-2 on Cooper Whitus.
All right, we should have the glitching kind of taken care of now. So
Okay, all right. Well, at perfect timing, too. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Wheat. Hit towards second base. It's going to be fielded by Thomas cleanly and tossed over to first base for the first out of the inning. It does advance Adcock over to third base. And there's one out now on the 4-3 putout. They'll bring up Jackson Prince, the catcher, with a runner just 90 feet away from bringing in the Eagles' first run of the game. So Wheat getting ready to work now against Jackson Prince. First one misses for ball number 1. That one snapped on it a lot too. I thought that was going to be a high ball, and it broke down and made it close. 1 ball and no strikes here to Prince. That's hit towards short. Ludlow fields it cleanly. Not going to have a play at home. And that is an RBI ground out for Jackson Prince. And the Tatum Eagles strike first here in White Oak. So Prince helping his battery mate out, knocking in a run there, even on the 6-3 putout.
Those Wi-Fi cameras
Now
are
batting
struggling.
number 1, Colton Ballard.
So Colt Bullard stepping in now after the RBI ground out. Bases are empty. Wheat working here with 2 away. That first one is high for ball 1. Wheat's had a issue of being high on his pitches here in this first inning. Again, I think it may just be he's amped up a little bit here on senior night. He'll get that under control, I think. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss by Bullard. And that is the type of pitching we're talking about from Wheat. Sometimes he can blow it by you, sometimes he'll break it off. 1 ball and 1 strike. Just misses outside. Good job behind the plate, too, of Robertson of trying to frame that one and get it in there for the strike, but the umpire does not oblige. 2 balls and 1 strike. Big swing and a miss again, strike 2. So a 2-2 count now here to Bullard. Wheat looking to get out of this inning with minimal damage. Wheat quickly ready to go. And the 2-2 pitch. Just misses again. 3-2. We have a full count. It's just missing off that outside corner. The umpire not giving Wheat the corner here early on. And the payoff pitch now to Bullard is tipped and caught behind the plate by Robertson. And that is out number 3. So the Eagles do strike for 1. And White Oak will get their chance to answer here in the bottom of the first inning. You're listening to High School Baseball here on NetSN. Welcome back here to the bottom of the first inning. Let's quickly run through this White Oak lineup.
Oh, I got something for you, Kyle. Give me 1 second, and I will give you a little treat.
Well, it's too late now. Jackson Ludlow coming up. He is the shortstop. Wearing number 2, it'll be Ludlow, McKinney, and Robertson.
That's real quick.
Leading things off. Here's Barry. First pitch swinging is dribbled foul for strike number 1.
They're not playing around here. They're getting through this quick.
Tristan Berry, the sophomore, on the mound. Here's the 0-1. And that is hit down the third base line, but just foul. So it's Jackson Ludlow, Tyson McKinney, and Jordy Robertson, the 1, 2, 3. Then you got Brady Greenwood, Colin Wheat, and Braden Callens at the 4, 5, and 6. Levi Sipes, Will Thomas, and Nico Soto, the 7, 8, 9 for the Roughnecks. Barry back on the mound, ready for the 0-2 pitch. Just misses outside, but that is consistent with what the umpire called in the top half of the inning. He didn't give him the corner in the top half, not giving him in the bottom half either. 1-2. That's looped into center field, but settling under it easily out there for the first out of the inning is Adcock. So 1 away. And it'll bring up the right fielder, Tyson McKinney.
So far, so good with our. We talked about was it yesterday, Kyle, about hoping it was a good contest tonight. So far, both teams.
So far, so good.
Getting off to a good start.
Barry quickly gets to work. First pitch is hit into left field, and Hennigan settles under that one for an easy out number 2.
I thought when he first got hit that it was going a little farther than that.
That just shows your you don't come to a lot of high school baseball games.
It seemed like he hit it. It seemed like it.
I understand. You'll get used to it. You'll hear this. You'll know. You'll know. Ain't that right, Jaron?
That's right.
All right. It's like a pastor asking for an amen. Swing and a miss by Jordy Robertson for strike 1.
Hey, that was a good pitch on the inside. Had a little movement to it.
I like about Barry, he's ready. As soon as he gets the ball back, he's ready to pitch again. Quick worker, the 0-1 in the dirt there for ball 1.
He controls the game in the box as well. He'll call time a lot. If the pitcher's not moving quick enough for him, he'll call time.
Yeah, Tatum does a really good job of that. They like to control the pace of the game. If you can do that in baseball, they do it.
That's hit over second base. Oh, can't get to it, Hines. And that'll be the first base hit of the ball game as Jordy Robertson singles into right field with 2 outs, and the Roughnecks have a base runner.
Yeah, Hines made a good effort for it. Just a few inches over his glove, hence a no man's land behind him there.
And the left fielder, one of the 3 seniors on this Roughneck baseball team, Brady Greenwood, will step into the box with 2 outs and a runner on first. Quickly go around the horn here. Well, nope, not going to have a chance. Barry works too fast. We'll do it after this pitch. Let you know where the Tatum Eagles defense is lined up at. That's roped into right field, and that'll drop as well. Roughnecks back-to-back singles, and rounding second.
Ooh,
Robertson.
Man, what a
that was a rocket, fellas.
Man, Caden Tatum got on that ball quickly and chunked the ball from right field, and it did a great job at keeping the lead runner at second.
Colin Wheat going to step into the box now. He'll be going to Henderson State next year to play a little baseball for the Reddies up there. But right now, he's going to have an opportunity with 2 Roughnecks on and 2 outs here. We quickly go around the horn. In left field for Tatum, Hennigan. Center field, Adcock. Right field, Tatum. First base down. Second base, Hines. Shortstop, Whitus. Third base, Anthony. Jackson Prince behind the plate. And Tristan Berry on the mound. 2 runners on for the Roughnecks. Here's Colin Wheat in the box. Berry checks the runner. That one's popped behind us out of play for strike 1. I thought we were going to get the classic around the horn of the outfield there for the 3 outs, a fly out to center, a fly out to left, and a fly out to right. But Robertson looped one over there into right field, and Greenwood followed with a single of his own. Now the Roughnecks are in business with 2 on. Here's the 0-1 from Barry. Nice breaking ball is spoiled by Wheat.
And Jaron's going to have to go fix the camera. We got some extracurricular people in the outfield as have bumped our camera. So,
Jaron, no.
Yeah, we got a little off angle there.
Oh, no, that's unfortunate.
That's a long walk.
It is a very long walk. Here's the 0-2 to Wheat. And he spoils it once again. Good job of hitting right here by Colin Wheat. He has fouled off all 3 pitches that he's seen from Tristan Berry. Again, you got Jordy Robertson out there at second base. Nope, there's a courtesy runner out there at second for Robertson. Berry now the 0-2. Fouled off again by Colin Wheat. Excellent job of hitting by Colin of staying alive in this at-bat.
Staying alive.
Got to get that out there. No, we'll probably get taken off YouTube if you.
Not my version, probably.
No balls, 2 strikes again. And Wheat hits it into left field. To hit again, it drops in front of him. Rounding third. Oh, it's bobbled in left. Rounding third is the Roughneck runner there, and scoring in the Roughnecks. Tied the game up with the RBI single by Colin Wheat.
Yeah, I don't know that the bobble affected. Still wasn't gonna gun down that runner. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think even with a clean field he would have. It would have been a play at the plate, but I don't think he would have got the runner.
Well, the senior Roughnecks there come around and deliver. And White Oak ties this one up in the bottom half of the first inning. And Braden Callens now coming up here with 2 outs and 2 runners still on for White Oak. Because we got a courtesy runner over at first base as well. And pickoff to first. Gets back in there. Tyson McLean, the courtesy runner for Wheat at first base. So you got McLean at first and Greenwood out there at second in scoring position. First pitch is in the turf, or in the dirt, excuse me.
Good stop there.
Yeah, good stop behind the plate by Prince.
Would have probably gave a couple of bases to these base runners and put them both in scoring position if you hadn't got that.
For sure. 1 ball, no strikes here to Callens. Berry checks the runner. Hit right back up the middle, and that's another base hit for White Oak. Rounding third is Greenwood. We're going to have a play at the plate.
Oh!
It's way too high. White Oak scores.
Man, I thought that was coming at you, KO.
It's an RBI single for Braden Callens, and the Roughnecks take a 2-1 lead in the bottom half of the first inning.
That was a rocket.
Yeah. That was a heck of a throw there from center field, too. They airmailed it a little too much. And like you said, yeah, I thought it was coming right into our front. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Luckily, I saw it was coming over here. It wasn't going to be too bad. It's an RBI single, and he advanced to second on the throw. That's 4 singles in a row for the Roughnecks. And Levi Sipes now steps in with 2 runners in scoring position and still 2 away. First pitch swung on and hits a deep center field. Adcock on his horse at the wall, makes the catch.
Man.
What a grab in center field by Grant Adcock to prevent more runs from coming in.
Woo. Play of the night right there.
And we're in the first inning.
That was the first inning. We're in for a treat here tonight, Kyle.
I think so. At the end of 1, the White Oak Roughnecks lead Tatum 2-1. We'll be right back for the second inning here on NetSN. What a first inning we had here, Brett, in White Oak. The Tatum Eagles scored in the first inning without getting a hit, and then White Oak came up, got 2 quick outs, and then back-to-back-to-back-to-back singles ended them up with 2 runs. And then we had an excellent catch out in center field to end the whole thing.
Yeah, just kind of wrapped it up in a bow there at the end with a nice catch at the wall. I mean, goes up at the wall, locates. That's always the interesting part when the outfielder catches it. And I'd probably run to the wall. He did a good job of locating where the wall was and used it kind of to spring himself up for the catch.
Yeah, it was an excellent catch there. As Colin Wheat gets back to work against Cody Hines. It's Hines, Downs, and Hennigan due up here for the Tatum Eagles.
And that fence isn't as padded as some of the ones.
No, there is absolutely 0 padding out there actually in center field. Wheat delivers there, called strike on the outside corner. Got to give a shout out, Brett.
Okay.
To my girl Tater Tot, which is Colton to the Chop Sneed's daughter. Colton and Clareton are listening, and Tater Tot after T-ball practice tonight. So
okay.
Shout out, or not listening, they're watching, I should say. So shout out to Colton, Claire, and Tater Tot, the Sneeds tuned in the Mineola area.
Okay. All right. Welcome.
Welcome. What ball?
Hey, how much do they have to pay to listen to this broadcast or watch it?
It's free 99.
Okay.
Yeah.
Checking.
Yeah, it's actually completely free. It's crazy. That's hit down the third baseline and foul for strike 2.
So there's no reason why you shouldn't be tuned in.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That is great deduction there. That's better than Steiner math, I would say. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cody Hines. Wheat readies. And Hines spoils it, stays alive in the at-bat.
Look at all that gear he's got. He's got more gear than the catcher almost. He's got a shin guard. He's got one on his arm.
Well, listen, you saw he just fouled that one off there, right down at his foot. So it's a good thing he had that shin guard.
I know. It's amazing what they have these days.
Yeah. 1-2. Swung on and missed, and Colin Wheat begins this second inning just like he ended the first inning with a punch-out. And that was a good battle there, and Cody Hines not happy that Colin got the best of him in that exchange, but they'll have another interaction.
Hey, and let us know if you're tuned in tonight. Chat with us. It's wide open. We'll give you a shout-out on air.
Brody Downs steps in now for the Eagles and fouls that one away for strike 1.
Hopefully we'll have Jaron back shortly.
Yeah. He's got it. Is it set back up now?
Yeah. He's still working on it, I think.
Okay. I don't even see. Anyway, the 0-1. Oh.
Ooh. That looked like it was going to hit the batter KO from this angle.
Yep, that got me. That one got me.
Man.
I thought that was headed for Brody's head, and it broke down on the inside corner. What a beautiful breaking ball. That's insane. And then you come with the cheese on the outside and just missed.
That's just so nasty, Kyle. I mean, it's just
dude, and how's he supposed to hit that?
You don't.
It's not fair.
You're frozen just like he was.
It's not fair. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hit towards the hole over there between short and third. And it gets in, and the Tatum Eagles have their first base hit of the ball game. And it comes from Brody Downs here with 1 away in the top half of the second inning.
Now batting number 8, Dustin.
It's a good piece of hitting by Brody Downs after you were completely frozen on that breaking ball, and then to sit on that one and be able to rope a single. It'll bring up the left fielder, Dustin Hennigan.
I'll say one more time about that pitch, Kyle. I probably would have been running back to the dugout.
Yeah. No, that
just to stay in the box
that's
on that
happened to me before. Before my first curveball I ever saw, it locked my knees up so bad that I couldn't move. Strike on the outside corner there to Hennigan. Man, that was beautiful. Barry's got a good breaking ball, too. We saw that a couple weeks ago with me and Jaron went against Gladewater. So wait for him to break that out, too. The 0-1. In the dirt. Ball.
I like the White Oaks uniforms, too. The maroon with the white pinstripes.
It's a different look.
I like them.
But I do like it as well. And it just says Nex across the front. Good looking uniforms. And most have the high socks look too.
Yeah. That always kind of bounces. I never know what's in style.
Depends on the team, I think. Breaking ball breaks too much into the dirt. It's
Can't find it.
Dirt. Robertson could not find it. It got away from him. And that's also a negative to having such a crazy breaking ball. Is sometimes it breaks a little too much, and
you have to as a catcher.
That's got to be tough, man.
I know, trying to just locate it, and then when it does get out of hand like that, being able to block it.
Yeah.
This is a pretty big area behind him too. It's not real close like some of the parks, and so there's a lot of space back here. So if you don't block it, it's hard. You've got to locate it, and then hope you can get a location for the base runner takes an extra base.
2 balls, 1 strike. That one gets past Robertson as well, and Downs is going to go down to third, and he's in there. So back-to-back pitches get away from Robertson, and
I think you got to give that to pass ball a little bit there. I think that's a catchable one on that one. It's just unfortunate. It just kind of had his glove on it, just didn't go in the mitt.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of the same, similarly what happened in that first inning where Wheat walked that first batter and Adcock came around and scored on an RBI ground out. That was the only blemish. Again, that single by Downs, he's advanced 90 feet twice, 180 feet there, quick math, for on 2 bad pitches there. Or not bad pitches, but 2 unfortunate circumstances. That one's fouled off. And we'll have a full count here. Right? Should be.
Well, the board's got 2-2.
Right.
But I don't know what the umpire has.
But the one at the one that got by him here, that he didn't, it's full count.
Okay.
Trust me.
I got
you.
I trust you. I trust you. The scoreboard
Payoff
keeper's
pitch.
behind, I guess.
And that's hit toward short. An infield playing in. And Ludlow gets the out at first, and that's a great job of defense and a great job of pitching.
Yeah,
excellent all-around play.
He just looked over at third like, I dare you.
Yeah.
And then he just threw a rocket over to first.
And that's a good job with the infield playing in there to prevent that run from coming in from third base, and that'll bring up Tucker Anthony, the third baseman for the Eagles, with 2 away and a runner just 90 feet away, the tying run 90 feet away. Colin Wheat getting ready to deliver his 30th pitch of the night. Inside corner called strike 1. Good movement on that one, too. It's just a fastball, but it had some movement on it.
It's so unfair.
Maybe a little two-seam action the way it broke back. The 0-1 from Wheat. Fouled to the right side. Out of play. McKinney gave it a look.
Even foul territory here is very wide. I feel like there's a lot of in-play area. So
it also feels wider down the right side than the left side.
Yeah, it is. I think you're right. This one does have a little extra grass area here.
It's an interesting setup to the field, honestly.
So it's unique.
It is unique. There's the right word for it. No balls and 2 strikes. Wheat trying to strand this runner at third base. The 0-2. Inside called strike 3. Gets him looking to end the frame. And White Oak leading 2-1 heads to the bottom half of the second inning here. We'll be right back on NetSN. Back here in White Oak for the bottom half of the second inning. Will Thomas going to lead things off. It's the 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Roughnecks here in the bottom of the second after scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the first. First pitch from Barry. Catches the corner there on the outside for strike number 1.
There's that movement for Barry right there.
Yep, the movement there as well. And quickly, here's the 0-1. Outside, ball 1. Thomas, Soto, and Ludlow due up for the Roughnecks. The 1-1 from Barry. In the dirt, ball 2. Two-1 pitch on the way from the sophomore. Misses outside, 3-1. So Tristan Barry in danger here of walking the leadoff batter and giving the Roughnecks a early base runner. And the 3-1. Hit towards short, fielded cleanly by Whitus. Fired over to first for the 6-3 putout for out number 1.
Yeah, nice play there. He kind of waited on it, let it take its hop right up into his glove, and sometimes as a fielder, you get ready trying to rush and go at it.
Yeah.
And you can make an error. He just
Especially
waited
when you
on
got
it.
some quick base runners. Want to get there quick.
Just waited, made the throw.
Nico Soto stepping in, the 9-hole hitter for the Roughnecks. He looks at strike number 1 on the outside corner there. The leadoff hitter, Jackson Ludlow, stands on deck. Barry's 0-1. Hit right back up the middle, and that'll get through. It's a base hit for Nico Soto. So the 9-hole hitter does his job and gets on base and flips the lineup card over for Jackson Ludlow.
I like that name, Nico Soto.
I do too. It's a very good name.
It's a good wrestling name.
It would be. So Soto stands on first, and in steps Jackson Ludlow, who flew out to center field back in the first inning. The Roughnecks are in business here, Brett, with just 1 away. They did their damage in the first inning with 2 outs. Now they got to run around with just 1 out.
Got a couple extra outs to play with, or at least 1 extra.
Pickoff attempt to first. Soto's back in quickly. Soto looks like he might be getting ready to try and scoot over there.
Yeah. Cool.
Barry quickly delivers and ball outside.
He's got those base stealing mitts on, Kyle. So
yeah,
that tells me he
does that. Does it a lot.
Yeah.
You don't wear those if you never steal.
He's done that enough where he's probably gotten stepped on. He's like, nope, not doing that again. Let me have some protection. That's another one of those gear things that we didn't have back in the day.
True, very true. 2 balls and no strikes here to Ludlow. Barry. That one's popped up to right field, shallow right field, and Caden Tatum by the right field foul line hauls it in for out number 2. And that's a break there for the Tatum Eagles.
Yeah, now you're back to the 2 outs here.
Yep, but that's where White Oak did their damage in the first. So
yeah,
really, I guess the Roughnecks got them right where they want them.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe they like to play with 2 outs.
There it is, more pressure. Tyson McKinney stepping in now with a runner at first and 2 away. McKinney flew out to left field his first time up to bat. Barry again checks the runner at first. Soto back in. White Oak in the first inning scored 2 runs on 4 hits and left 2 runners on base. And the first pitch there to McKinney misses outside, ball 1. Barry taking a little more time here. Fires in a strike there. 1 ball and 1 strike to the White Oak right fielder. 1-1, runner goes for second, and Soto will be in there for to put a runner in scoring position for the Roughnecks. Oh, he's off the bag, and now he got back in. Okay, I guess he thought he was out, so he was walking back to the dugout, and he got back in there. So 2 balls and 1 strike to McKinney, and now Soto is out there at second base. Barry delivers high and inside for ball 3. Spread, I know you missed that. The Soto stole second there.
Oh, he did? Okay.
And then there's a little trickery that tried to happen there, but he was able to get back in. And that is a strike there to McKinney. Anyway.
Trying to work on our game plan back here. Me and Jaron are game planning.
Okay.
It's hard to game plan for teenage kids.
Can't ever do that.
Yeah.
Payoff pitch is hit towards second base, and it's bobbled there at second, but still getting the out is Cody Hines.
And that was a good job by Hines to stay with it. He did bobble initially, but
made that one interesting, but it is the third out.
It's just the drama.
That's right. So we're headed to the 3rd inning of play now, and the White Oak Roughnecks lead Tatum 2-1. We'll be right back here on NetSN. It got me one, Brett.
All right.
Got me a mosquito right there that was trying to get me.
Got you?
Well, no, I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
All right.
2 up here for the Tatum Eagles are the 9-1-2 of Caden Tatum, Grant Adcock, and Cooper Whitus. So Tatum going to get his first at-bat of the ball game against Colin Wheat on the mound for the Roughnecks. Wheat fires that one in high for ball number 1.
And good news is, those of you that are worried about our man Jaron, he is okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's okay.
He's
hopefully here in a minute we'll have that outfield camera back.
Yeah, he may be upset, but he's fine though. Physically.
Yeah.
It's also high, ball 2. And Colin Wheat has that's how he started the game, throwing a little high there and gave up a 4-pitch walk as he steps off the mound to kind of regather himself. But he struck out 2 batters in that 2nd inning, so bounced back pretty well there. It's starting 2-0.
I'm going to have me one here in a minute too, Kyle. Is this mosquito's chasing me over here now?
Ooh. That's hit towards right field, carrying deep, and bounces off the bottom of the wall. McKinney plays it. Tatum stands up at second base for a leadoff double here. The 9-hole hitter, Caden Tatum.
Man, that was a shot there. I think the right fielder, Kyle, kind of underestimated how far it was going.
A little bit.
Sometimes you take that first step forward and you.
Well, that's the cardinal sin. You do not do that in the outfield. You should never have take a step back, or take a step forward, I should say. Grant Adcock now stepping in. He had that 4-pitch walk to begin the game, and he came around to score. He's got a duck out there on the pond, tying run out at second base with nobody out here for the Eagles. Wheat fires that one in there for strike number 1. No.
It's okay.
Everything's fine?
No one's injured in that.
Oh. Oh, I get what you're saying. I'm with you now. Hey, we can see us on the screen there.
Yeah, there you go. There's.
Casualties are a part of war there, bro.
Well, that's why you have so many angles, you know.
Yeah. So no balls and 1 strike.
Can't let the viewers down.
No. Got to give the people what they want. So Wheat. Tom called, I think.
Yeah. Tatum likes to call a lot of times in the batter's box. I feel like that I've seen him enough now that they give it a certain amount of time, and if they don't get a pitch, they call time.
Well,
they want to control the pace of the baseball game.
That's smart. Now this is a long look in from Wheat, and finally the 0-1. Breaking ball misses, ball 1. And Adcock, being the leadoff hitter, he's doing his job of making the pitcher sweat a little bit. Top of the 3rd inning, a 2-1 lead for White Oak. And here's the 1-1 in the dirt. Good stop behind the plate by Robertson. 2-1 count now. Wheat readies himself. Here's the 2-1 pitch now. Maybe. Nope.
Too long.
Yeah. But, I mean, I get that. You get in a – you get set up there, and then you have to wait, and then you're like, no, I'll reset.
Forget that. I'm going to make you wait now.
Listen, I watched something the other night for the first time. Called. Strike on the inside corner, 2-2. I was watching Pat McAfee show's Big Night Out.
Oh, I saw that.
Hulu.
Advertised. I didn't see it. But
So there's a sumo wrestling match that they have on that show. And legit sumo. Like, they brought in Japanese sumo wrestlers and had a legit match. Here's the 2-2 from Wheat. No, a pickoff attempt. He's back. Anyway, they had a legit match. But it was so frustrating to get them started. Now, I'm sure they had a special guest referee, which was Shane Gillis, so he didn't know what he was doing. So they didn't have an actual referee that was doing it. But they would get there and set like they're ready to go, and then they'd stand back up and chalk up. And then they'd get set again, ready to go, then they'd stand back up. And it was just like that's hit. Can't tell. Towards short. Ludlow fields it cleanly and fires to first. And gets the out. So that's the first out of the inning here in the top half of the 3rd, but it does advance the runner over to third base, 90 feet. And now Cooper Whitus will come up. He grounded out to second base his first time up. Anyway, that was the frustrating thing about the sumo wrestling matches. They kept starting or getting ready to start and then wouldn't go, and then getting ready to start and then wouldn't go. But when they went, it was electric. It was awesome.
So we need to bring it to WWE, some sumo sumo matches?
No.
No? Wasn't that good, huh?
No.
It wasn't Rikishi good?
No.
Okay.
Actually, fun fact, that's what they are called. The wrestlers are called Rikishis.
Oh.
No kidding.
Okay.
That is legit.
I didn't know that. But
For shoot, brother, that's legit.
Okay.
They're called Rikishis, and it's called the ring is called a doho. Doyo, maybe?
Interesting.
Anyway. That's a slow chopper. Wheat backhands it, looks back the runner at third, fires to first, and gets the out. That's a great play off the mound by Colin Wheat to fill this position, hold the runner at third, and to get the
Now
out.
batting number
Yeah, that was
7,
a
Jackson
you're right, that was a
Prince.
three things he did. He got the ball, made sure the runner didn't score, and then he got the out.
Yeah.
And if you get 2 out of the 3 and then you throw it away,
Then it's all
it
bad.
doesn't matter.
So now there's 2 away here for the Roughnecks, and it'll bring up Jackson Prince, who had an RBI ground out in the first inning. Brought in the lone run here for the Eagles so far. And he has another opportunity here with the tying run just 90 feet away. Here's the first pitch. Prince pops it up.
Oh,
Out of play.
heads up.
That's why you got tarp there on top.
Oh, took a
That-
high bounce. Woo.
Well, that's why you got those covers there. Smart there.
Yeah, we don't have one of those here, KO.
No, we do not. So we're going to hope that if it's fouled off, it goes far enough that way or to
They
the
need
side.
one of those like Brookhill has, where it kind of goes all
Yeah.
the way back and covers
Yeah.
everybody.
Not everybody has those. First place I ever saw it in was in Rains in Emory. Oh, one.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hello, get out of the way for that one.
Yep. It's a little sweet chin music there.
See,
towards the head.
see how he just like ducked nonchalantly,
Yeah.
like how I'd be running, man.
Right.
It's coming
No.
from my head.
100%. If I saw a ball coming like that in my head, I'm getting the heck out of the way. I'm not doing it calmly. 1-1 in the dirt. Good stop behind the plate by Robertson. If that ball gets past Robertson, I think Tatum comes in there and scores from third base. So that's the tying run at 90 feet away.
When we talked about how much space there is behind here too, so it's not one of those tight behind the plate
Now,
places.
the biggest backstop I've ever seen. That swung on and missed for strike 2, and Weed is just a strike away from getting out of this inning. The biggest backstop I've seen is in Quitman. At least, I'm not kidding, not exaggerating, at least probably 45 feet from home plate to maybe 50 feet from home plate to the backstop.
Jeez.
It is a enormous area. Full count as that one misses. Anyway, anytime a ball gets past the catcher, it's for sure one base, maybe 2.
Wow.
Is that
So
that
it's
big.
not a catcher-friendly park.
No, not at all. You better keep it in front of you. You're a catcher there in Quitman. Full count, payoff pitch. Strike 3 delivered from Colin Wheat. As Prince goes down swinging, and the Tatum Eagles will strand a runner at third base. Here in the top half of the third inning, we're headed to the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 White Oak here on NetSN. Back here in White Oak, bottom of the third inning coming up. The Roughnecks lead the Tatum
Now
Eagles
batting number 4,
2-1.
Jordy
That was a good job
Robertson.
of pitching by Colin Wheat to get out of that. It's unfortunate for Tatum because Caden Tatum led things off there with a double, got over to third base, but then a ground out, 2 ground outs, I should say, and then a strikeout ended the inning for the Tatum Eagles at the plate. Leading things off for the Roughnecks is Jordy Robertson, the catcher, as he takes strike 1 from Tristan Berry. It's Robertson, Greenwood, and Wheat. Due up as that one's hit towards short. Whitus backhands it in the hole, fires to first, and a low throw there. Couldn't be scooped up by Downs. Gonna have to give an E6 there to Whitus on the throw. He did a good job of getting to it in the hole and was able to make a stop, throw a little offline, and it'll put Robertson on first base. But they will have a courtesy runner, I'm sure, come in. Yep, yeah, courtesy runner's coming in.
Downs did a good job of getting in front of it, though. We talked about how much space there is behind that bag over there.
You're right. I don't language.
Logan language.
I think.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Sure.
We apologize if that's not correct.
Yeah, if it's incorrect, let me know. I want to get it correct. So Logan Language is the runner at first for Jordy Robertson. And in the box now is Brady Greenwood, one of the seniors here tonight for the Roughnecks. He had a single and came around to score in the first inning. He squares around a bunt, pulls back. It's called ball. So 1 ball and no strikes here to the White Oak left fielder. And he's taking his time looking at his wristband. Greenwood steps in. Barry pickoff attempt to first, and Langwith is back. Language. Call him Logan.
That's a good go. Go with Logan. We know we're pronouncing that one right.
Yeah.
Or at least we think so.
We think so. Swung on and missed. It's a hit and run attempt. Throw down to second and is out.
Got him, man. That was a great throw.
Prince hosed him at second base. Excellent throw and a great tag there by Whitus, whose throw kind of allowed the runner to get on base to begin with, and he is now out at second base.
That ball was there way before the runner. He was just had no chance there.
It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Greenwood. That one popped.
Okay.
I lost it, but it's out of play.
I'm just praying it's not coming this way.
No. We would have seen that. I know it went somewhere that way. I just don't know where it went. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Greenwood. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Brady Greenwood goes down swinging. That's the first punch out of the night for Tristan Berry.
Well, and you went a couple pitches, Kyle. You went from having a runner on and having a chance to possibly do some damage, and now there's 2 outs.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big sequence.
Quick, too. And Colin Wheat coming up. He had an RBI single back in the first inning. And Barry trying to get out of this inning here. First pitch is low for ball 1. Temperatures dropped a little bit here tonight, Brett. Now we're almost an hour into this game. It started out at 72. We're down to 66.
Feels great out here.
It does. Feels really good. Also low, 2-0. Again, this is a big district matchup between these two teams. Tatum right now a game, I would say, ahead at 7-2.
Ooh, man.
Coach Foshi getting out of the way.
Man, great reaction there. Oh, man.
Good job, Coach.
I'm not sure how that did not hit him.
Yo. Good job, Coach. Man. Twinkle Toes McGee over there.
Jeez.
Dugout giving him a hard time.
He may have pulled the muscle.
He may have. That's ball 3.
I think the pulled muscle would hurt less maybe than that ball beaming you.
Yeah, for sure. 3-1. Barry catches the inside corner. And I will say, umpire's been consistent. That inside corner has been called all night consistently. So
yeah, he likes the inside versus the out.
Yep, exactly.
On the right-handers, at least.
Payoff pitch. Barry.
Ooh.
No, ball 4.
Didn't get that call, Barry, didn't he?
It was a similar location to the pitch before, and umpire decides it was a ball, and now he goes out to talk to Barry.
You got a pinch runner there.
Yeah. And umpire wanted to talk to Barry, I guess.
Number 16,
he didn't like the fact that he thought it was strike 3. And
did he make a gesture or something maybe that the umpire didn't like?
I'm not sure.
Nobody would ever do that.
McLean is the courtesy runner there at first base for Wheat. He's the same one that courtesy ran in the first inning.
He's also got a glove over there.
He's a runner. Braden Callens steps in. He had an RBI single back in the first inning as well for the Roughnecks. And he looks at ball number 1.
I've got a question for you, Kyle. When did they
Sure.
start the courtesy runner? Do you remember? Because back in the day, you just had to run, right? You didn't. The catcher, even if it was the end of the inning, he had
Back
to
in
run.
our days are different.
I know. I just was
When
wondering.
I was in school, we had courtesy runners.
Okay, so
it was either around my time or slightly before, probably.
Okay.
But yeah, we've always. I remember in high school them having courtesy because I wanted to be one. But that's roped into left field. But Hennigan's there and grabs it for the 3rd out of the inning. So White Oak gets a couple of runners on and cannot get anything going there. And we're going to head to the 4th inning. White Oak still leads, though, 2-1 over Tatum here on NetSN.
And Jaron is the man. He's got our camera back up there.
Hey,
shout out to
look at that.
Jaron. He hasn't come back yet, but he got the outfield camera. Plan B.
Okay. It looks good, too.
Yeah.
Well, we have the top of the 4th inning coming up here from White Oak. Tatum and White Oak. White Oak up 2-1 on the Tatum Eagles. The Eagles struck first back in the first inning when Grant Adcock came around to score on an RBI ground out by Jackson Prince. But White Oak in that bottom half of the first had back-to-back-to-back-to-back singles, 2 RBI singles that brought in Logan and Greenwood. And that's how the Roughnecks have taken a 2-1 lead. But here in the 4th, we have the 4-5-6 due up for the Tatum Eagles. It's Colt Bullard, Cody Hines, and Brody Downs due up for the Eagles here.
You know what I like about this scoreboard? The first one I've seen this year that's had the pitch count on
Yes,
there,
that
which is very handy.
So clutch.
Yeah.
So clutch.
And
Not
the
every board
pitches-
has that.
And it's pretty similar. You've got 45 to 48 pitches. I mean, through 3 innings here.
Now batting
Pretty
number
similar
1,
pitch counts.
Colt
As it should
Bullard.
be in a game of this magnitude. Colt Bullard starting things off. He struck out swinging to end the first inning. He'll get another chance here against Colin Wheat. And that is high for ball 1. So Colin, again, starting off a batter with a high ball. That's kind of been the story of the night for Colin early on in these at-bats. See, pops. Oh, that's dangerous,
shoot.
Brett.
Oh.
That's dangerous.
Oh,
A
hello.
little too close to us.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh,
A little too close to us on
okay.
that one.
Jaron brought it over here. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
I know.
He shows up, and then we almost
didn't
get
have
hit
no
with
issues.
a ball.
No,
No,
don't worry
no,
about
don't-
it. Don't worry
you're
about
good.
that. Don't worry about that. You
You're-
did your thing, Jaron.
Oh, man.
Don't you
You're
worry your
good.
pretty little head
Oh, dude. Man, I got my steps in.
for the week. 1 ball and 1 strike
Hope
here
y'all enjoy
to
the-
Bullard.
The outfield cam.
Oh, it is good.
Breaking ball, swung on and missed. Strike 2, a beautiful breaking pitch again from Colin Wheat. And Bullard down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
What have I missed?
A lot.
I think I heard Grant Adcock make a really good play in center field. Was
Oh,
that-
he did. He
He
hit
did.
the wall. You probably heard
Yeah,
it.
it scared the bejeebies out of me. I might have, almost wet myself on that one. But
Well, 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Colt Bullard. Leading things off here for the Eagles in the 4th. The 2-2 pitch is high. Ball 3. So a full count. Bullard worked a full count in the first inning as well, and that's when he fell to Colin Wheat on the strikeout. We'll see if Bullard can get the best of Wheat this time Again, it's a full count. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. A called strike 3 on the outside corner.
And I feel like I'm sitting in the middle of the Red Sea. I've got the people to my right. They loved that call, and then the people to my left over here, they didn't agree with it. So.
Cody Hines going to step in. Colin Wheat began this inning the same way he ended the third with a punch out, and Cody Hines also struck out swinging in the second inning. So Colin Wheat getting in a little rhythm of punch outs here. He had to battle for that one in. I don't know. He's been calling the corners, but that one was not the same corner he's been calling all night. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Cody Hines. One ball and 1 strike here to Hines. Hines swings and fouls that one away for strike 2. I do remember Hines was not happy about striking out to Colin Wheat after that last at bat in the second inning. He was very frustrated with himself, and so trying not to go down again to Wheat. Here's the 1-2 pitch.
Oh,
that one lips out of his hand, and it's ball 2.
Yeah, that was way, way out. If it had been left-handed hitter, that would have
hit him in the head.
Hines is a junior. He's been starting since his freshman year, though. Him and Whitus both have been that kind of middle infield tandem since their freshman year.
He looks at that one, ball 3. So back-to-back full counts to begin this 4th inning. The first one ended on a called strike 3 to Colt Bullard. We'll see how this one ends with Cody Hines. Payoff pitch from Colin Wheat. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the inning for Colin Wheat. That's 3 in a row going back to the third. And it'll bring up Brody Downs, who had a single in the second inning. He has 1 of 2 Tatum hits tonight. Downs and Caden Tatum, the only 2 Eagles to reach base via a hit, as the breaking ball misses on the inside.
Downs stayed in there. He didn't flinch.
Oh, that is something you missed, Jaron. There was a breaking ball that looked like it was going to hit a kid's head, and it broke on front inside corner for a called strike.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. It legit was a good pitch.
I would have probably ran to the dugout, and it would have been a strike.
Yeah. 1-1. That is hit to the gap in left center, and it's going to drop in front of Sipes. That's the second hit of the night for Brody Downs. And the Eagles have a 2-out base runner here in the top half of the 4th inning.
Batting number 8, Dustin Hennigan.
Dustin Hennigan going to come up to bat now for the Eagles. He grounded out to short in the second inning. And he's going to have an opportunity here to try and keep this inning alive. Remember, in the first inning, White Oak had a 2-out rally to bring in their 2 runs. Tatum trying to get a little 2-out rally going here in the 4th. First pitch to Hennigan's fouled just out of play.
Oh, watch out.
Goodness.
Oh,
yikes.
Man.
That thread the needle, didn't it? And hit in between the.
It did, and
It's worst case scenario if you're a fan right there for the
well,
foul ball.
I think part of the reason why no one's sitting there, guys, is because that was in the sun about an hour ago.
Oh, yeah.
And so everybody was out of underneath.
Oh, no. No balls and 1 strike to Hennigan. Wheat. Breaking ball does not break enough. It's high, ball 1. 64 pitches thrown for Colin Wheat so far. Tristan Berry has thrown 46. He does have a half inning less of work, though. 1-1. That's hit towards center field. Sipes on his horse in the gap and makes the catch near the warning track. It's just a long fly ball for out number 3. And we're headed to the bottom half of the 4th inning. The White Oak Roughnecks lead the Tatum Eagles 2-1 here on NetSN.
Sipes.
Bottom half of the fourth inning here. It's the 7-8-9 of Levi Sipes, Will Thomas, and Nico Soto due up for the White Oak Roughnecks here against Tristan Berry, still on the mound for the Eagles. White Oak leads 2-1. That one's grounded towards third. Foul ball. Sipes flew out to center field. Sipes was the one that was robbed by Adcock in center field back in the first inning.
And Jaron and I know we've been back there, Kyle, but there's nobody going through those that fence.
No.
It is steel enforced.
That thing is reinforced.
I mean,
Is that like a WWE ladder? Solid steel.
No, it's legit. It's not a WWE enforced. This is actually enforced.
Yeah, it would.
This is
Breaking ball,
AEW enforced.
Oh, okay.
Like spikes in the back enforced.
Oh, okay. The real thing.
Yeah, I
The real
think
deal.
like a storm could take everything out, but that outfield wall's still staying.
So what
Like,
you're
it's
saying is
crazy.
not a gimmicked wall.
No, no.
1-1. Inside corner called strike two.
It's like when you see those buildings go up and you see those steel beams.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like every probably 5 feet diagonal up against this wall. I
So
mean,
a solid wall back there. So that's why the wall didn't budge.
No.
1-2 in the dirt. Ball two.
Yeah, it didn't budge when I was climbing on it either, trying to get that camera. If it's holding me, it's a pretty strong wall.
Hey, hats off to you, Jaron. Good work tonight.
there was no
Good work.
Jaron's hurt in the mounting of the camera.
No.
2-2 from Barry.
Oh,
Jeez Louise. Come on, man. That's why I got my foot above this hole.
well, your foot may go in that here in a minute. I mean, it probably could.
Yeah, we're going to stay away. That's why I got it blocking right here. It's not like I want to just prop my leg up.
I mean,
I'm trying to protect myself.
if one more thing is pulled there, they'll have to fix it. I mean,
Yep. Look, now I'm flinching for no reason. Ball three.
Do we have any chatters? Hey, feel free to chat with us. We got a great viewership tonight. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button and let us know
How
who
much
you're
does it
cheering
cost
for.
to subscribe, Jaron?
It's free.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Free.
Free.
Ain't nothing free. They aren't hardly even
Free.
giving out free samples at Sam's anymore.
Payoff pitch inside, hits him on the hands, and that'll be a hit by pitch. Was going to probably be ball four anyway, so it'll be a base runner for the Roughnecks.
Now batting number 12, Will Thomas.
And that, guys, is the second inning in a row that Barry has allowed the first runner to reach base. Now, last inning it was because of an error, but this one is a hit by pitch. And now Will Thomas will step in. He grounded out to short his first time up in the second inning. Infield coming all the way in. Darren, what's going on here? Why is Cody Hines? All right.
Did he show? I couldn't see. Did he show bunt?
There's some trickery going on.
Well, no. I mean,
no.
bunt. Cody would.
This is interesting.
If there's a bunt, Cody would.
Breaking ball is waited on and flown out to right field. Caden Tatum comes in and squeezes it for the first out.
I guess they were bringing the second baseman in because the first baseman's holding the runner.
Now batting number
The only
7,
thing I think of.
Nico Soto.
Oh, coach. Oh, he's talking about the music that's probably been playing out in the outfield as the pitch was being thrown and being played right now. That's not coming from the speakers. It's coming
No,
from.
it's yeah. Trust
It's
me.
coming from out there.
I spent plenty of time out there.
Yeah,
it's,
it's coming from out there, and that's what they're gonna.
That's what you were
they're
doing,
talking
Jaron. You were
about.
out there partying and jamming and dancing
No.
in the outfield.
trust me.
Now we got to have a.
Well, because I mean, and
He can
It's-
probably hear it better if it's coming from out there.
it 100% is. But the thing is it? I mean, now he's gonna have to run out there and talk to him.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna shut it down.
Yeah.
The Tatum fans like that, and the White Oak fans are not going to be pleased with it. But if you can't play it over the PAs, it shouldn't be allowed to be
Well,
played
and
in the
that's
outfield
distracting to the fielder out there. If they could not play it, and then all of a sudden they play
either.
it.
Not only the
when-
fielder, but, yeah, the pitcher. Yeah, it's
Because that ball was just hit out there, and
– so now which that's fine. If you're going to do that, that's fine.
now
That's fine. You bang it on the wall,
yeah,
that's fine. That's not using any
that's their own.
external, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But you can't be playing music. You
I just
can't
wish
do
I
that.
just wish I known they were going to bang on the wall before we mounted the camera to it.
Me too. I did not even think about
I
that.
didn't either.
After all that, Nico Soto steps in. He singled back in the second inning, and Barry attempts to pick off to first.
So next time we're in White Oak, we'll know, Jaron.
We'll know.
We
Lesson
know
learned.
Next time, just go on top of the roughneck baseball in center field.
Hey, so we're by the Nedison lift.
If we're going to do it, we're going to do it. All right? So next time,
I'll let
just
you go up there. I'm a well-grounded person.
This would be a legit lift, though.
first pitch to Soto from Barry. 1 out, runner on first. That one's high. Ball 1.
I got a better idea. We'll get the Nedison lift, and we'll bring Papa O with us. We'll put him in the lift and let him just film from the lift in the outfield.
You don't know how bad I've wanted to call a game from a lift. Like, because I think it would be better. You're out of everybody's way, which is my big thing. Here's square around a bunt, and that's a high bunt foul.
Well, so I called one from a construction scaffolding one time.
No.
Ooh,
And
that seems shaky.
That's
I don't know.
shaky.
It wasn't fun.
I'm talking about, like you see at NASCAR races, they got the cameramen in lifts.
We got a chat for you, KO, from Colton. KO still hasn't gotten over the flinches, and he's got a laughing face with a laughing crying emoji.
Colton, if you could see, matter of fact, I'm going to take a picture of this hole that's in front of me, Colton, and send it to you so you can see what I'm working with here and why I'm flinching. This is not your normal hole. It is big enough for 2 baseballs to go through.
I probably should have got the zip ties that we haven't zip tied that net for them.
Swung on and missed.
It had him confused there. That was a kind of a confused swing. He kind of started the swing. He's like, oop, I shouldn't have chased that.
So down in the count is Soto. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first with 1 away. Attempt Barry again.
Did anybody watch the Masters on Sunday? Kyle, you watch golf?
I do not.
Jaron?
Some of it.
I heard about it.
So it was the craziest Sunday I've ever seen.
I heard
It's
Rory
like-
went full Rory.
It's like
but
nobody
then-
wanted the tournament. He messed up, then everyone else started messing up. It's like, come on, somebody step up. Somebody wants to win it.
Great perseverance, though, by Rory
yeah.
to fight through that and to come out on top. 2-2 pitches, strokes to left field. He turned on that one, hit again at the wall, makes the grab. Man, I tell you, Soto turned on that one. And Hennigan had just enough room. The ballpark was able to contain it for out number 2.
Now batting number 2, Jackson Ludlow.
So now we're back to the top of the order for the White Oak Roughnecks. And Ludlow looking to complete the outfield cycle here. He's flown out to center field. He's flown out to right field. Hennigan, stay alert. He's looking to come to you this time.
The outfield cycle. I like that.
You know. That one's chopped foul. Strike 1.
Well, he was trying to go left.
That's what I was.
I mean, it was going left. It's not quite far enough out.
But also we have two outfield cycles in play. We have the outfield cycle for Ludlow himself, flying out to center, right, and left. But also in this inning, we have had, well, never mind. That's hit towards second. Hines fields it, tosses to first, and that'll have to wait. A 4-3 put out ends the inning, and we are headed to the 5th inning of play here in White Oak, where the Roughnecks lead Tatum 2-1. We'll be right back here on NetSN.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we are back.
Oh, well, y'all didn't see. So you don't cut the mic off, then you don't tell me when the mic's on. This is how we're going to get caught up, Jared.
I'm sorry.
Hey, welcome back to White Oak, the soothing sound. See, we're broadcasting the Masters here, Brett, here on, Oh, we got flashing bars. Those are not the flashing lights you want to see. Hey, we're getting ready for the 5th inning of play. The White Oak Roughnecks lead the Tatum Eagles here in this big-time District 16 3A matchup here from Roughneck Stadium, Roughneck Baseball Field. Due up for the Tatum Eagles here in the 5th inning. It's the 8-9-1. Jeez Louise.
There you go, KO.
The 8-9-1 of Tucker Anthony, Caden Tatum, and Grant Adcock. Due up for the Eagles. Tatum has 3 hits in the ballgame, 1 run on 3 hits. And they've left 3 runners on base. White Oak has 2 runs on 5 hits, and they have left 5 runners on base. It's been a good pitching matchup.
Pretty even, yeah.
Yeah, it has been
I mean,
very
you got
even.
that first inning where they kind of filled each other out, and then since then,
It's been very, very.
zeros across.
And Tatum has got a hit in each inning. They just haven't been able to do anything with it. They've got a runner over to third twice, haven't been able to get them in, so. The Eagles have another opportunity here against Colin Wheat on the mound, the future Henderson State ready.
I thought you were going to say former Henderson Lion or something. That's what I thought you.
I don't know all that. Tucker Anthony.
So Henderson State, huh? Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a Henderson State ready next year.
And I'm sure you'll have you'll be following him.
Sure will, absolutely. That's high, ball 1. That is something that's cool. Like these high school kids, I'm getting to see now when they go to the next level.
And someone that doesn't know some of these kids where they went, you
Right.
follow you on KLTV and you get to see, what they're actually doing. That's neat.
Absolutely. Tucker Anthony struck out looking to end the 2nd inning. He pops that. That's trouble, Brett. That's
Oh.
us. That's trouble.
We're missing this by a little bit. Oh.
It hit the pole.
Oh. Hello. Man,
That's just
we
striking.
got to be awake tonight. We can't be sleeping.
Like Jaron on the controls?
I'm getting some feedback on our camera stuff, and so
It looks good to me.
yeah, we're losing some signal on that picture cam. So I think because of how they
Well,
had to rig it.
I think we should just go with what I said earlier and just ditch that camera for tonight.
I heard you were talking about sumo wrestlers when I was gone. That's fun.
2-1. Yeah, that's strike 2. I'm sure the Tatum fans are going to be happy when you're back on the call full time there, Jaron, and not listening to my nonsense of sumo wrestling. 2-2. Full count. Full count here to Tucker Anthony, Eagles' 3rd baseman. Colin Wheat getting ready to throw pitch number 74 on the night for him. It's a big one, payoff pitch. Too high, ball 4. That's a leadoff walk, and that is how the Eagles began the ball game, and they scored when they started the inning with a leadoff walk. So we'll see what happens here as Caden Tatum going to step in. He had a double back in the 3rd inning, but was stranded over at third base and did not come in and score. So another opportunity here for the Tatum Eagles and Caden Tatum. Tatum on Tatum.
Tatum on Tatum. He couldn't be on any other team.
No, wouldn't make any sense.
Part of that state championship basketball team.
Which I was also there for.
Yeah, you were.
Shout out Tatum.
Yeah, they had the Netison bump. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
We called Martin's Mill. They won a couple in basketball.
Same year, actually. Pick off attempt to first, but Anthony's back in.
Brook Hill, they win championships over there. We cover them.
And everything.
Yeah.
Soccer, softball, baseball, basketball coming soon.
Yeah.
Pitch out, ball 1. So I sent that picture to Colton. He goes, yeah, okay, I get it.
So he understands
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
He knows I'm not just crazy. I mean, that is massive, dude. We had a little talk here. Jordy Robertson had to talk to Colin.
I mean, you've got 1, 2, 3 out of 4 across that are bit
well,
the
and that's
bullet.
not even count. It's really a double hole, man. Like that's
Yeah.
really 2 of them back
yeah,
to back
and
right
then
there.
the
I've
the
really
vertical
got
ones.
nothing. It's not great. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
snap.
And it's going to be caught by Colin Wheaton. Very unfortunate there for Caden Tatum.
Do you call that a blitz in baseball? It's almost like what it is. Like send the blitz.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there. Caden Tatum popped that one up, and Colin Weeks squeezes it.
And not a bad idea. And Tatum does that a lot, right? Caden Tatum does that a lot. He's a lefty. He's really fast, so that's kind of one of his specialties, but got under it a little bit.
Well, and what Colin Wheat's been doing tonight, a lot of his pitches have been up. They've been elevated a lot tonight, so it was going to be hard to get on top of one of those anyway to get it down, but just unfortunate there. But here's the top of the order now. Grant Adcock coming up. He walked, came around to score in the first, and grounded out to short in his 2 at-bats. And he gets hit. He gets plunked with that one.
Ouch.
And that'll be his 2nd time on base tonight. And it'll put 2 runners on for the Tatum Eagles with just 1 out here. And they're starting to get into the meat and potatoes of the lineup, too, as you get Cooper Whitus coming up.
So just to reiterate, if you're watching tonight's broadcast, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. It's free. It will allow you to chat on our chat and let us know you're watching, and that also helps us out. So give us a like and a subscribe tonight.
Cooper Whitus going to come up. He has grounded out to second and grounded out to the pitcher in his 2 at-bats, but big opportunity here. It's getting late in this ball game, top half of the 5th inning. And if Jeremy was listening, Jeremy Titsworth, my buddy, he would hate that I'm about to do this, but you start counting outs, right? So you got 8 outs left if you're Tatum, really, if you want to look at it that way.
So you think that's the negative? You're counting
Outs at this point being down. I mean, every at-bat gets bigger and bigger as you go later into the game is what I'm trying to say. 2 on, 1 away. Whitus swings at the first one and fouls it off.
Hey, we got Ryan Brenneman watching from Pennsylvania.
That's awesome.
Shout out.
Okay.
Yes, go Birds.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Oh, no.
Welcome, Ryan. Oh, goodness. Don't
The
do
state
that.
of Super Bowl
Oh,
champion.
Okay,
man.
so
Oh,
Ryan,
I'm going.
Ryan, are you a Steelers or an Eagles fan? That's
There's
the
only
question.
one correct answer to that question.
Brandon would differ with you.
He's not from Pennsylvania. There's
Well.
only one. There's only one correct answer.
Okay.
One.
We'll see. We'll see what he says.
Wheat delivers ball, and it gets past Robertson, and they had a chance to go, but did not take it. And at first, I kind of understand the hesitation there. At first, it didn't look like the ball was going to get far enough away from him, but it ended up rolling farther than he thought.
And Jeremy, we mentioned this a while ago while you were gone. This is a very deep backstop here, but that one didn't go very far. But it's a lot. There's a lot of ground to cover, so it's hard to find it sometimes.
Especially in the corners.
Yeah.
The only good thing about the Philadelphia Eagles is that they've borrowed the Tatum Eagles logo, you know?
Well,
Sorry.
They borrowed the Tatum Eagles.
who borrowed whose?
Wow. Yeah. We got Baltimore. Sorry, Kyle. He's
man.
That's
Oh,
fine.
man.
That's fine. That's fine. They didn't win a Super Bowl either. it was only one team that won.
Oh, snap.
No, that's cool though. Hey, shout out. I said we might not have viewers in Lithuania tonight, but we got Pennsylvania. That's deep. Hit deep to center field on his horse's sights. He makes the catch. Runner's tagging up at second, and he is there, getting into third base. And Jaron, Brett, I don't want to harp on things, but that ball that dribbled away, if they could have moved up 90 feet, that's a tying run that comes in on that sac fly.
The little things, right?
It's the little things. So Whitus flies out to center field for the 2nd out, and that'll keep runners on the corners there. Adcock at first, Anthony at 3rd, and Jackson Prince coming in. He had an RBI ground out. And struck out swinging in his 2 at-bats. So big at-bat here, tying run for the Eagles just 90 feet away. That's represented by Tucker Anthony. Colin Wheat on the mound for the Roughnecks, trying to get out of this inning. First pitch swinging.
Man.
And Prince swings through it for strike number 1.
Yeah,
That was a big cut.
Yeah, he got ahead of that one.
We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Big audience here for this big-time
Huge
16-3A district matchup.
Huge viewership.
Tatum 7-2 in district play. White Oak 6-4. Looking to take one here at home on senior night for the Roughnecks. The 0-1. Outside, ball 1.
Let us know who you're cheering for. It helps us out. Just kind of know who's listening and watching. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. Great viewership tonight. We appreciate that.
going back to our man from Pennsylvania, he's still go Birds, it's just a different kind of bird.
Yeah, true. Raven, eagle. Yeah.
1-1. Breaking ball breaks too much. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now here would be an interesting situation here. We got Bruin. Let's say Wheat walks Prince and loads up the bases. It'd bring up Bullard, who's the DH, who has had a rough night at the plate, 0 for 2, which kind of tells me he's due for 1.
Yeah.
2-1 to Prince. Inside corner, called, strike 2. So a big pitch coming up from Colin Wheat to Jackson Prince. Anthony at third,
We got
Adcock at first.
We got that 2-2-2-2 going right now.
Yeah.
It's a breaking ball coming, right?
Deuce is wild. You would think maybe he tries to go high, get him to chase it up.
Got 2 runners on, 2 strikes, 2 balls.
I don't know if you
out.
want to go breaking ball though, Jaron, in case it gets away from the catcher, the tying run just 90 feet away. You better hope you don't dirt it if you go breaking ball.
Yeah, but most of his have been up in the zone, right? Most of his breaking balls have been.
The last couple have been in the dirt.
And he's had trouble with those low pitches that have gotten by him a few times.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Here's a 2-2 pitch. A breaking ball is popped up out of play behind us. We're going to have to watch the bounce here. We're going to have to roll that way. Roll that way. We're
Right,
good. Everybody's good. Everybody's good.
Because it will roll down the other way.
But the whole front row knew it, though. We were all looking, expecting it to come back. We knew. The front row knew.
Good ballot here by Prince. Got a piece of it.
We got Coach Tubbs' wife here, Lindsay.
Oh, Lindsay, Miss Lindsay.
So-
This is Coach Tubbs.
What's up, Mrs. Coach Tubbs?
Welcome.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Prince. Wheat comes set on the mound. Runners on the corners with 2 away. The pitch. That's hit softly towards short. Ludlow's going to have a play at first. He beats it out. And that's an RBI single for
Man, what a
catcher with the wheels. And the bubbles are out.
oh the bubbles.
Well, that's Prince's family, and so they're great with the bubbles.
That is excellent hustle by Prince.
Man,
He hit it right where he needed to bring in the tying run, and we're tied at 2 now.
And Ludlow gave it a run. That was a throw, and
And
it,
Ludlow's got a cannon.
Yeah, he does.
So that's impressive. And Colt Bullard now stepping in. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He struck out swinging and looking, both on full counts. So he's worked deep counts. And he has the go-ahead run for the Eagles out there at second base with good speed and Grant Adcock. And that's hit down the left field line.
oh man, just foul.
That was
Man,
almost.
We were about to have more bubbles around.
Yeah, we're about to have a lot of bubbles.
that been a couple of runs there. I think
Yeah,
we cleared the bases.
I think so on that one. Man,
Of course, it is a short field. He may not only got a double, but I think the jump the runners have right now with 2 outs.
Time's called. We got to clear off the plate a little bit.
Yeah, I can't really see it very well. It's kind of dusty.
There it is.
No turf dirt here, Jaron. Sorry.
no turf dirt.
Good old dirt and grass.
I asked one of the officials before the game if they liked calling on dirt or turf better. He said that turf gets awful hot.
Yeah, 100%. But you know, on a night like tonight, turf
Doesn't-
might not be so bad.
Yeah,
It's
it
a little
doesn't.
cool out.
Doesn't matter tonight.
He said the thing is about on the turf, though, he can play the bounce a little better.
We got Foshi's better half, Joanna Barnes.
Okay.
All right, and we got
That's a White Oak
Yeah,
leadership in there.
Coach has got Miss Mathis,
Miss
So-
Joy, I was wondering if she was.
voice of Tatum baseball sisters here.
Yeah.
He's here too. He's a silent watcher. Jaron said.
Oh yeah. I've been
Mr.
talking with Mr. Mathis. Oh yeah, he's been helping us do some quality control.
I'm glad the chat's popping up. Thanks for chatting with us, everyone.
0-1 pitch on the way from Wheat. Swung on and missed. Strike 2, and Bullard is in danger of getting the hat trick here. And it's, again, a big opportunity here for the Eagles. They've left 3 runners on base tonight, and there's 2 of them out there right now, including the go-ahead run out there at second.
And Mr. Mathis does a PA at Eagle Park and does a great job.
Yes. Yes, he does. Long look in. We're going to have time called, yeah.
So Lindsay Tubblefield says, couldn't make the game, but suddenly remembered that this top-notch channel existed. Thanks for holding it down for us
yeah.
over there in White Oak. Man, thank you.
Thanks.
Top notch.
Top notch.
Not top flight. Top notch. That's fouled off. Good job of staying alive by Bullard.
He's doing it.
Listen, I was the world's worst hitter when I played baseball, right? My nickname was KO-fer. So, yeah, I think I'm playing. I'm not. Anyway, so I have been in many of these situations where I've been struck out twice and staring down the barrel of another one. That one's flown out to left field. Should be a can of corn out there and left for Greenwood. And the Eagles will strand 2 runners, but Tatum did bring one across to tie the ball game up at 2. We're headed to the bottom half of the 5th inning. We'll be right back here on NetSN.
Tight quarters over here, KO.
Okay, but I'm not even going to.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
2-2. Tatum and White Oak tied here as the Eagles brought one across in the top half of the 5th inning. We're in the Curtis Grimes portion of the broadcast, as I like to call this. Curtis Grimes, former Harmony Eagle.
Okay.
He has a song called The Bottom of the 5th. So the Curtis Grimes portion
I
of
know
the
you used
broadcast.
to always throw to that.
I always throw to it. That's right.
Also, former ETBU Tiger.
There you go. See, we got East Texas connections
we
all
know
over
it.
the place.
We got it.
Coming up here for White Oak, well, Tyson McKinney grounds that one to third base. Anthony, low throw, scooped up over there by Downs, and it's a quick 5-3 putout to begin the bottom half of the 5th inning.
Quick work there for Barry, and then I think that's going to be important here as we move on. We've got that pitch count up there, and you're looking at the difference right now. Barry almost 30 pitches less right here.
Yeah.
The one pitch out, those are going to be beneficial because both pitchers are pitching well. You want to stay with your horse that they're pitching well. You don't know what you're going to get when you bring somebody in. So
Right.
I think that's important for Barry. If he can get a quick inning here, keep that pitch count low.
Jordy Robertson steps in and looks at ball number 1. Robertson has singled, came around to score in the first inning, and then he reached on an error in a third, but his courtesy runner was caught stealing second base. That's roped foul. Not near Coach Foshi that time. Not near as hot out on him at that time.
Yeah.
Foshi's better half was in the chat, right?
Yes, he was.
He nearly got taken out tonight.
Yeah, you might have been traveling to the ER if he'd have gotten hit with that one ball.
Goodness gracious.
We appreciate you listening in, watching in, though.
1-1 foul back to the net. Yeah, I flinched.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting hit from both sides now, so I got to be careful.
Kyle, I promise I won't reach over and hit you. You're good on this side.
He looked at me like it was my fault.
Next time we'll bring a helmet.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Get some NetSN helmets?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 ball, 2 strikes here. Robertson does a good job of staying alive there, going down and fighting for it. So it's the 2-3-4 due up, McKinney, Robertson, and Greenwood. McKinney grounded out to third base for the third out of the night for him, 0 for 3 tonight. He's flown out twice and grounded out twice. And stroked to left field. That ball's back off the bottom of the wall. Robertson rounding first, and he slides into second with a 1-out double for the White Oak Roughneck catcher.
That's perfectly hit right in the gap.
His second hit of the night, third time on base for Robertson, and He'll have a courtesy runner come in
Now
for him, I'm
batting
sure.
6,
Logan
Grady Greenwood.
Yeah, they're signaling over.
Language.
Yeah, not really anything you can do about that. Just a well-placed hit in the gap.
They did a good job of getting it in, though.
Oh, yeah, they got it in quick.
Got it in
for
quick.
Sure.
They actually made a play at second. I thought he was going to easily take second, but throw was close.
Brady Greenwood stepping in now. He singled and came around to score in the first inning and struck out swinging in the third. He's got an opportunity here in the bottom half of the fifth with a runner out at second base. Swung on and missed by Greenwood.
Good pitch on that outside corner.
Oh, he pokes it out to left. Whitus can't get to it. And rounding third. Oh, being
he
held
held
up,
him.
and that was a smart move
Yeah,
to
'cause
hold him up.
that was a good throw from left.
Yeah.
By Language,
Well, you got one out, Kyle, so they're going to play it safe here. They don't want to get thrown out the plate for that out number 2.
Now batting number
Right.
23.
Now here you can put one in play anywhere like deep outfield. You can tag up and get you a run here.
you're right. Also, though, now in play, double play ball.
It is true.
Coach Russell calling time. We'll see if we're
Yeah,
gonna have a switch here. Or,
you think, or maybe just a
I
little
don't know.
talk
It may
about
just
it?
be a pep.
Well, and you may want to talk strategy here. You know, you settle them down and say, okay, we're in this. Like Kyle said, a ground ball in the infield, you can turn 2 and get out of this.
Yeah, I think it's probably more of a situational talk, right?
Because Barry's been good. I mean, it's only a couple hits here, but overall he's been with the stuff has been good tonight. I mean, umpire's going to go out and make them break it up. Do you almost just wait for him to have to do that? I mean, hey, let's take as much time as we can here and see if he's going to come out and make his break this up.
Oh, man. Coach Don English picked up his 700th win tonight.
Oh, nice.
Defeating Bishop Dunn, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Brook Guard and Coach English.
He's been in the church ball world for a long time coaching baseball.
All right, after the meeting, we got runners on the corners here with one out. Bottom half of the fifth, Barry pickoff attempt to first, which is dangerous to do when you got a runner over there at third, but they did it anyway. Colin Wheat has an RBI single in the first, and he walked in the third inning, so he's been on base twice in both plate appearances. And he's up with an opportunity here with the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Stepping off the mound is Barry.
Wheat showed bunt.
I do not see a world in which Colin Wheat lays down a bunt right here. But it could, and maybe that's the reason.
Maybe they were
right?
trying to do
maybe that's why you do it.
bunt and try to send the runner.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to get the runner.
Barry misses high. It's a big moment here.
Didn't like that call, Jaron?
I don't know. I saw one on Hines a while ago that came. Well, it looks like a similar spot, but Wheat's a little taller, so.
Yeah, I think maybe Wheat's just putting the bat around showing bunt because it moves the Eagles' defense.
Yeah, I think that's what it does.
That one misses outside, 2-0. And you don't want to lose Wheat here and load up the bases. I know the.
You just treat it as an open base, though? I mean.
Oh, that's the second time he's.
That's the second time he's done that.
Yeah,
too.
he tried to take the walk earlier. And umpire didn't have anything with that one.
It's interesting. 3 balls and 1 strike. Time is called, and it should be 2-1. It should be 2-1. That's what I had was 2-1 in my book.
I think that's what they corrected. Yeah, it's
no, it's 2-1. That's what. No, it's 2-1. It's 2-1. Why are y'all wanting another ball? It's 2-1.
And there's the
That's
bunt.
bunted down. Play at the plate. And he is
Got him!
Oh, got him at the
Wow.
He is out. Langwich coming home on the bunt. A squeeze play administered by White Oak. And Barry tossed it to Prince. Prince applied the tag, and out at home plate is Langwich.
Okay, so you guys tell me, what's the block of the plate? Are they was I think that was may have been what White Oak coach was frustrated with.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
You ask a Tatum fan, they're going to say it wasn't blocking. You ask a White Oak fan, they're going to say it was blocking.
It's like one of those.
in the eyes of the. You know what I mean?
It's a gray area type thing.
I mean, there is a letter of the law rule to it, yes, but
when you straddle it, I think it's where you if you set that straddle up on the third base side of that plate, it can appear like you're blocking.
But y'all both have a right to the plate. Both people have a right to the plate. That's a 5 unassisted putout. You don't see that often.
No. It confused the runner, I think, because he was stopped for a minute.
He actually reached on a fielder's choice, the batter, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, anyway, the 5th inning is over. We're still tied at 2 as we head to the 6th inning of play. Nope. Yep, the 6th inning of play here in White Oak. We'll be right back here on Net Us In. Tension's running a little high here in White Oak tonight after that.
It's a big crowd here
inning.
tonight, Kyle. I mean, stands on both sides of us are,
And
pretty
I'm getting
full.
a little chilly.
And rumor on the street is that in the social media world, the talk's been and chatter's been pretty intense this week, leading up to this game. So it's been pretty
These two schools
pretty active.
Aren't too far from each other.
Well, and there's some history with basketball. There's some history. There's just and they've been
So what you're telling me, it's a good old-fashioned rivalry.
Hatfields McCoys,
Hey, it's been a good one here.
Lindell Van,
no.
Chapel Hill White House.
No.
Oh.
Well,
Hey.
Cody Hines leading things off here for the Tatum Eagles in the top half of the 6th inning. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Hines has had a rough night at the plate. He struck out swinging twice. Looking to avoid the hat trick here is Cody Hines. That one's low, ball 1. It's Hines, Downs, Hennigan due up here in the 6th inning. This same trio was the trio that started things off in the 2nd. That one's off the leg of Wheat to the shortstop, Ludlow, and gets the out at first.
Still got him. What a play.
Classic 1-6-3 putout.
man,
Now batting, number 17, Brody Downs.
I thought once it did that, there's no way they're going to get him, but they're able to stay with it and make the play.
Ludlow, man, that arm can save
Rocket.
a play like that, even with it being slow after it ricocheted off the pitcher.
Jeez Louise, dude.
Downs has had a good night, right?
Yeah. Downs is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He has been stranded at first and stranded at third back in the 2nd and 4th inning. But I was going with that because of another breaking ball by Wheat that just absolutely fell off the end of the table.
Yeah. With my view right here behind the play, umpire, I can't really see that break on it.
When there's lefties, I can't see it either, but you can see it now, and it's beautiful. So Tatum started things off by getting on the board first in the top half of the 1st inning. White Oak answered back quickly with 2 of their own. That's only ball 3. It's not ball 4. You can't trust the scoreboard.
And his pitch count.
That's why when you told me that one day, I'll plug into the scoreboard. All right. It's not always right.
It's not always.
You got to keep this old, nothing like old pen and paper.
But we can tell them when it's incorrect.
No, like old pen and
It's
paper.
right 95% of the time, we'll say.
So his pitch count's getting up there, though. He's knocking on the door of 100 with 96 pitches.
What's what we were talking about while you were gone? This board has the pitch count, which is a nice thing to be able to see that visually.
Yeah.
Oh, he threw his bat. I think he thought it was a ball.
Well, I mean, it was at his eyes. I would have thought it was a ball, too.
He's a pretty tall kid.
3 balls and 1 strike. And that's 2 or 3 times tonight that the batter has started to walk without the umpire calling it. I'm sure the umpire is not thrilled about that
Yeah,
happening.
it's like kind of showing up the umpire.
Yep, for sure. ball 4. And that, now Brody Downs will get to walk down to first base. Third time on base tonight for Downs.
Well, here comes Coach Foshi here. He's getting close to that 110 number.
That might be this might be an old change coming here, Bubba.
Looks like they are.
Yep. Well, hold on.
He's bringing the infield.
Bringing everybody in.
I thought he was doing a swap.
I did too at first.
Yeah.
But,
is it 110 you can finish the batter?
Yep.
So
110 or finish the batter, yes.
So you've got to
so you could start it at 109 and go to 120.
So he's not finishing the next inning. So he could finish this inning if he works quickly. So so you're going to see another pitcher at least for White Oak here at this point.
I guess what your hope. Well, we have a courtesy runner coming in, I believe, for.
Well, it's going to be a pinch runner.
He's a pinch runner.
Yeah, Aldo Espinoza is who they're going to put in. I think just to get a little bit more speed on the base pads.
Well, that's a big run out there. That's a go-ahead run. But as far as White Oak, I think you got to – it depends on the situation, right? Like if you hold them to 2 here and then you can get a run in the bottom half of the inning, then you need to send somebody out that can close the game.
You got your closer. You probably have somebody that you have.
But if it's still tied, then you need to send somebody out there that in case this game goes 8, 9, 10 innings, somebody that can throw some innings. So it depends on the situation, I guess, on how you do it.
And you'll see how deep each staff is.
That was close. That was a lot closer than it needed to be for Espinoza over there. Almost caught him napping coming off the bench.
Yeah, I think he delayed a little bit coming around, or he probably would have got him.
Yeah. So Dustin Hennigan, he's 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out and a fly out. Ground out to short, fly out to center. He ropes that one to left field.
Oh, nice catch. Below the waist catch.
Golly, that was a shoestringer.
Yeah, that was a heck of a catch. That's not what you normally see a catch made in the outfield.
You don't want to do that.
No.
That's not how you want to do it. But Greenwood didn't care. He's a senior out here on senior night. He's going to make it how he wants it.
He made it look easy.
He did. Tucker Anthony now coming up now with 2 outs. Runner at first. And that all-important pitch count at 100. So it's getting more feasible here that Colin Wheat could probably finish this inning unless the Eagles can start stringing something together.
Oh, Kyle, your reflexes are good.
Yeah, I had to move on that one. I'd don't put my foot back up in front of that ball. This is getting too close, man. I'm afraid, though, if it hits my foot, I'm going to flinch and move my foot, and it's still going to hit me. You know what I mean?
That would hurt the bottom of your foot. It's not much padding there.
No. Ooh, big swing and a miss by Tucker Anthony.
Speaking of padding, that probably hurt the White Oak catcher's hand. That was a pop on that one.
Man, those elevated fastballs like that look like beach balls coming in.
That's why Keofer. A lot of high balls right there. 0-2 pitch from Wheat. Hit back up the middle to center field. That may be trouble, but no. Six comes on and makes the grab for the 3rd and final out. And the Eagles' threat comes to an end. We're headed to the bottom half of the 6th inning with the Roughnecks and Eagles tied at 2 here on NetSN. Levi Sipes just made the outstanding catch in center field to end the inning, and he'll begin the bottom half of the inning for the White Oak Roughnecks. It's the 7, 8, 9 due up for White Oak here in the bottom half of the 6th. We are running out of outs, running out of time, regulation time, I should say, here in White Oak in this tie game. Breaking ball hit up the middle, and it's going to be a leadoff single for Levi Sipes, and the Roughnecks are in business here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
See, both teams now are running out of outs because every single batter is like –
it's huge.
Everyone's important now.
It really is.
and you almost wonder now, how do you play? Do you play a little small ball? Do you try to put it in the gaps? And
I'll tell you, if I'm White Oak, you got Will Thomas here up, your 8-hole hitter. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a ground out and a fly out. Why not? Try and lay down a bunt, advance the runner into scoring position.
Tatum's expecting it. Bringing the infield in.
That weird infield. If you could hit a little blooper over second. That's in the dirt. Good stop behind the plate by Prince.
Prince did a great job on that one, squaring it up and keep it in front of him, and retrieved it pretty quickly as well.
0-1. No, 1-0, the count. Barry sets, delivers in a late swing, a late decision by Will Thomas. I think he was planning on just taking that one, and then last second, like, oh.
Let me just try.
Yeah, that was super late.
Baseball, sometimes it's all about when you make the decisions. You gotta be a quick decision maker. You gotta go with what you think and go with it. Hesitation doesn't work out usually.
1-1, hit towards third, and Anthony throws to second. The 5-4 or 5-6.
Ooh.
A great stretch there by Downs.
That would have been the odd 5-6-3 double play because of the shortstop covering the bag because of where second base was. But they get the lead runner out, Sipes, so there's one gone. But the fielder's choice will put Thomas on first base with one out. Here comes Nico Soto.
Well, what happened was that when the fielding play was made, there wasn't anybody on second. He had to hesitate to wait for the second baseman to get over, and that's really what cost him.
Pick off a tip to first. And so this is what I was meaning. Situations change because let's say White Oak scores a run here. All of a sudden, Tatum's down to their final 3 outs.
Yeah.
If not, then, we could be playing all night. But it all depends on what happens here in this half inning. And that one's fouled off.
Be like Larry and have, what was that? Is it 4 or 5 overtimes in that playoff game he had? Did you?
Oh, that Shelby.
That was 5, right?
Yes, 5 overtimes.
Yeah. That is insane.
And he had a 3-hour game the other night too. Old Larry.
He's having some bad luck.
I did that Tatum Center football game a few years ago. That was like 80-60 or something.
Gross.
Remember that?
Well, at least it's high scoring. It's entertaining.
Yeah. It was like 4 overtime.
It could be like a 0-0, 12 or 13 inning game where you don't have any action.
Dude, I've done what. Look, I'll tell you though, I did a Reigns. I didn't do it. I didn't watch the game, but I was watching. Let me just stop. No balls in one strike.
You were watching the game, not calling it.
Thank you.
There you go.
Squaring around the bunt, pops it up, caught it third base. Caught it third base by Tucker Anthony on the pop-up punt.
I thought he was going to turn 2 on it.
Yeah,
he thought about it.
Yeah, he thought about it.
2 outs.
I didn't get the camera angle over there quick enough. It was quick.
But here's the deal, guys. If you not sure about the throw and you overthrow it.
Yeah, that's right.
We talked about how much room there is over there. That ball is probably going down the right field corner somewhere over there or going out of play, and you're going to give White Oak runner in scoring position.
They're going to have a pinch runner come in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's out too, right? I mean, you just play with that. I mean, just go. I mean, it was a good play, good defensive play. You played it well.
Yeah, it's just a safe play, not to try to – I mean, he was coming in pretty fast to catch it. He would have been off balance, and he's not Patrick Mahomes that makes these crazy throws off one leg and all that kind of stuff. So
Carson Rhodes, courtesy running over at first base for White Oak. A little extra speed out on the base paths. You got the top of the order here for White Oak. 4th time through the lineup now. Jackson Ludlow leading things off. A couple flyouts and a ground out. That one's hit deep towards left center field. Going back at the wall. Adcock had it at the wall, but he dropped it. Round the third. A play at the plate. And he's safe.
Oh, my
wow.
Home is Carson Rhodes.
Man.
All the way from first base. Grant Adcock had the ball in his glove. When he hit the wall, he dropped it. And the Roughnecks take a 3-2 lead here in the 6th inning.
Man, what a play. Almost caught it, and then the throw got there, guys, and I think the tag just couldn't get the runner. He was a little bit behind.
I'm not giving an error on that. That was a long run.
He hit the wall. I mean.
Yeah, and that's an RBI double for Jackson Ludlow that give the Roughnecks the lead.
If Jason and Keith were here, that probably would have been an error.
Yeah, but that dude covered a mile back there.
Yeah.
Man, what a play. What a hit, too, from Ludlow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Crushed that ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Tyson McKinney. McKinney tipped that one. McKinney has flown out to left, grounded out to second, and grounded out to third in his 3 at-bats. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Ludlow was also 0 for 3 until he just crushed one to the wall. Fouled off by McKinney. And now, this is what I was talking about, Brett, changes the whole situation. Now White Oak goes into the next inning. Hey, we get 3 outs. We get this big district win.
You look at the pitch count, too. He can still come back in.
He can start the inning.
Inning. And I think if I'm coach, I'm probably leaving him in and letting him finish this game if he can. And if he doesn't, then bring in your closer.
That's popped up out of play.
But I'm not a coach. That's why they pay them the
So looking ahead now to the bottom half or the top half of the 7th, looking ahead to what Tatum will have coming up. You got the 9-1-2 due up for Tatum in the bottom half. Caden Tatum, who's doubled tonight. Adcock, who's been on base twice. And then Whitus, who has struggled at the plate tonight.
But they've had runners on base, Tatum has.
Yeah.
Probably more base runners than White Oak, honestly.
That one's dribbled. Barry, underhand toss to first. And we're headed to the 7th inning. The damage has been done, though. Carson Rhodes came around to score on the big RBI double by Jackson Ludlow. White Oak leads Tatum 3-2. The Eagles got 3 outs left here in the top half of the 7th here on NetSN.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Dude, when KO does a game at Eagle Park and Sterling Mathis is playing those tunes, dude, KO goes at it, man. He is.
Hey, let's not talk about me. Let's talk about this great ball game we got here tonight. So we have Tatum and White Oak. Tatum has another opportunity here. They got 3 outs left to try and make something happen. But White Oak in the bottom half of the 6th inning, we talked about it. They started it off with a single by Sipes and then a fielder's choice by Thomas. Courtesy runner came in. We had that pop-out bunt by Soto with 2 outs.
Okay, you say that. Now, the throw, if he'd have thrown it and got the double play.
Well, just like we talked about that one inning when the ball got away from the White Oak catcher here and Tatum didn't advance to the sac fly.
I thought from sitting here, I don't know if you guys, but it looked like he could have gotten the runner on a throw. The runner was pretty far off the bag.
But I'm okay with not doing it because if, like you said, you throw it away, then that run comes in and you look.
In retrospect, though, now the runner did get in.
Yeah, but you could play the what if.
I know you could. I know that's what we're here for. To entertain everybody.
I'll play my percentage on that.
Yeah. Well, here is what Tatum Eagle fans want to know, and the viewers that we got tuned in. By the way, thanks for all the viewers tuning in.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We have all kinds of good content on there as well. It's all free.
Due up for the Tatum Eagles, starting with Caden Tatum, the 9-hole hitter, and what I would do if I was Caden. I ain't swinging the bat till I get a strike because you're trying to get this pitch count up. Don't even swing the bat until you get a strike. There's a strike.
That one was kind of a 50-50, I think, with how it's been called tonight. It was on the outside corner.
It had a lot of movement on it. Catcher had trouble with it again.
So Colin Wheat in the circle. On the mound has 5 pitches remaining in his outing. That breaking ball misses outside, 2-1. Now, normally, and Jaron, you know this Tatum team better than any of us on this broadcast. the top of the order for Tatum. That's what they want up, right?
Oh yeah, you're at the meat. Even with Tatum.
Oh,
with,
is that going out of play? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, even Caden here, he's got a good on base percentage. Like he gets on the back, and he's a great base runner to have. And so yeah, you're at the meat. I mean, Adcock and Whitus are the 2 highest averages on the team.
So if they're going to do it, this is the time to do it.
This is
2-2 pitch. Dribbled down the first base line. Going to be a tough play for Wheaton.
Oh,
he will have no play.
Yeah, he fumbled that.
He's calling foul ball on the first baseline.
Oh, what?
He's calling.
Oh.
Did he touch Tatum in that foul territory?
No. I don't. But if he waved it foul, if it went foul before he got to first, then it's a foul ball.
Is that his call? I mean, because that's the deal.
We'll see.
Runner's out.
No, he's calling him back.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he told him out.
I think he was bringing him back. I don't think.
Now, they didn't call any kind of interference of the runner of the fielding, right? I don't know. We'll just wait and see what they say.
No, he's going back to the box. So, yeah, they're saying that's a foul ball.
I thought it might have touched him when he fouled it or he hit it.
It was close. I thought it went foul when we swiped at it, and it went foul.
Because if he hits it and then he's foul territory and it hits him, doesn't that make it foul?
Yeah, I don't think that was it. He called it because of the line.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, either way.
Either way, it's a 2-2 count still. We'll replay it. Mulligan, master season. That's a base hit. The ball don't lie.
There you go.
And Tatum rounds first big time, and he's fired up at first base.
Yeah, I would be too.
You hear it. And that's the second hit of the night for Caden Tatum, and that will probably be the end of the road for Colin Wheat.
He's at 109 exactly.
He could start another batter, but I don't think you would. I mean, he could pitch to another batter, but why at this point? I mean,
I don't know. You got the 2 best hitters coming. I mean,
well, is there a difference in 109 and 110, but days-wise?
No.
No, it's the fact that they've seen him 3 times already, right?
Yeah, this is about to be the 4th time this is going to be the 4th time Adcock's going to be able to see Wheat tonight.
Yeah.
Well,
and they're going to leave him in.
They're leaving him.
Okay.
To face this. So this is the last batter that he will face tonight.
This will be it. Yeah. Even if he gets a 1-pitch out, that'll be it. Yeah.
Correct. So this is the final batter of the night for Colin Wheat, a Henderson State signee. He'll be playing with the Reddies next year. Colors won't change much for him.
No.
Go maroon.
Yeah.
It's a big at-bat here, though. Grant Adcock, he has been on base twice. He's walked, came around to score in the 1st inning. He was hit by a pitch in the 5th inning, stranded out at second base, and he's grounded out to shortstop. So big-time at-bat coming up. Final batter of the night for Colin Wheat.
Now, do they have somebody warming up, I wonder?
I can't tell.
He's threw over to
can
first.
You see anybody over there in the bullpen down?
No, I mean, they got to, though. I mean, right?
Not unless it's somebody in the field they're going to put in.
Oh, well, yeah.
Long look here.
They probably had him throw when they were out in last time to hit.
That's a good point. Maybe doing a pitch out here.
I just think they're stalling right now.
For what, though?
If they that's why I thought if they had somebody warming up.
That's it. No, I mean,
because he just kind of nonchalantly threw the first last time just to throw it, and they're looking down there maybe. I don't know.
They are. I saw them. Yeah, they are looking.
It's hard to see down the line. You can't.
It's a strike. Throw down to first.
Oh, that was close.
I'll tell you what, if he could have figured out a way to not have to spin all the way around, he would have got it.
Yeah, Caden lost his footing when he was trying to come back. He slipped a little bit, and so he's delayed on getting back.
It was a little
first.
awkward, I agree, on the tag.
Yeah.
It was like.
Well, because the throw was to the right, so he had to turn around that way.
If that throw would have been more inside where he could have just swiped down, Tatum would have been out right there.
Yeah,
that's a lucky break for the Eagles. Fortunate.
And that's if you've got a lefty on first, that would have been an easier tag, right? Because he would have went this way and he could have tagged, swipe back.
I think there is somebody throwing down there. That's hit back up the middle. It's a double play ball. Ludlow steps on the bag, fires to first, and he's safe at first.
Ooh.
That was a double play ball set up, though, for White Oak.
That dude has a cannon.
Yeah. It's a freaking rocket, dude.
Well, he is the quarterback, too.
Yeah,
On
but that dude
football
has
team.
a cannon.
And that's going to be it.
That's it.
So we'll see.
For Colin Wheat.
We'll see who they bring in. Now they're going, is it going to be the catcher? Because the catcher is going.
Yeah, it looks like it is. So we'll have to see who comes out to catch. Hey, that was a great outing for Colin Wheat.
Yeah, 111 pitches. And he gives up those 2 runs.
Yeah, excellent outing for Colin Wheat. And now coming into pitches number 2, which is Jackson Ludlow. So Rocket Man's going to be.
So I'm feeling like this is going to be some heat coming our way, Kate.
You might want to put your foot back up.
You need 2 feet up there to block this.
Yep.
And I wonder if they're going to switch some positions.
Yeah, they
they're
will.
switching some.
Is Wheat the catcher, maybe? Is he?
Maybe.
Because they had the catcher go in and take the gear off, which is odd to me.
Unless they're moving. No, they moved Ludlow there.
might
Yeah,
just-
I don't know.
It may be like, in the pros, there's certain pitchers that like to go with certain catchers, right?
Yeah.
And they just calls them well. And
Oh
dude.
my gosh, that's
quick.
a rocket!
That's
Hey, we need
quick.
a gun here to.
You can ask JT. I have been trying to get a gun for a pitching gun for years.
please clarify.
A pitching gun.
A radar gun.
Radar gun. There,
There
it
you
is. Jeez Louise.
That would be cool to have on the broadcast and have the.
That's what I'm saying.
pitch. Okay.
And you could get that. I'm sure you could find some technology to wire it in where it pops up on there.
I probably can. Let me
I know you can.
work on that. You got confidence in me, Kyle?
1,000%.
Did you just see that curveball, by the way?
Hold on.
I've got some connections. We may end up with a gun. Or with a pitching
Radar gun.
radar gun.
Okay.
Jeez Louise, dude.
He knows somebody that has a gun.
About that.
Sorry. radar gun.
Man, the people I have working for me over here
All
talking
right.
about guns.
You should see the chat. Listen, we need to see. Okay, so Thomas looks like he's now at third base.
Yeah, there's the catcher. He's
That's Colin.
Colin. Yeah, he's now catching. So he's not only does he pitch, he catches.
It's tough.
That's exhausting.
So
Yeah,
now
that's what I was about to say.
you've got number 4
So
at short.
Seven is at third,
Okay.
which is Soto still. 4 is where?
Is at short now.
All right, that's Robertson. Okay. All right, so he was catching.
So he went
So-
from catcher to short.
So it's
Yes.
more for the shortstop position, it seems like.
So we
yeah.
have Ludlow going from short to pitcher, Wheat going from pitcher to catcher, Robertson going from catcher to short.
So 3-way switch.
Absolutely.
Nobody comes out. They just all
right.
rotate.
All right, and with 1 away and a runner at first, it's going to bring up the 2-hole hitter, Cooper Whitus. And didn't you say earlier, Jaron, highest batting average on the team?
Last time I checked, but yeah, he's leading
Kind of
averages.
the perfect person to have up in this moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 1 out, runner on first is Adcock with good speed over there at first. And Cooper Whitus 0 for 3 tonight, 2 ground outs and a fly out. Jackson Ludlow, new pitcher for White Oak. First one's in there, fouled off to the right side, out of play.
Hey, that's not a bad idea, though. Now, I don't know if he intended to do that or just late on the swing, but
I think
it's not.
I want to say that it's the adjustment of the speed.
Yeah.
I mean, Ludlow's not he's not lobbing it in there, guys.
No, and I like the coming out firing too,
Yeah.
but with your Tatum Whitus. Swing on that first pitch, see what you can do with it. But there is a ton of room down that right field line. A ton of room down both lines. They're playing the gaps tight.
Yeah. Well, the gaps has been where it has been key. And no one's really went down the line. It's been in the gaps between center, right, and center and left.
And see if Whitus can find a gap or go down the line somewhere here for the Tatum Eagles. Good breaking ball
Oh,
right there.
I thought he was about to. I thought he was
That
about
was-
to pull it.
Beautiful breaking ball. The Roughnecks looking to try and get 2 more outs here and come away with a huge district win here over rival Tatum. That's hit down the right field line. That one's going to stay fair.
Perfect.
Oh, my goodness.
It's in the corner wall, center wall.
And he fumbled it, guys.
Rounded third and coming in. And he's going to score Whitus and RBI
Look at that.
to tie the game at 3.
Wow.
Wow.
That's perfect. We just talked about, guys. No one's gone down the line, and it's right where it went. And the right fielder had trouble with it down that corner, and not that it would have mattered, but it sure that gave up the run there.
I think if Keith was scoring this, that would be a double and an E9.
Yeah.
But
Give that boy every base. That was a big hit.
Shout out to our man Keith. Jason would have too. Both of them. They're tough.
No.
They're tough on the.
well, now, just like that, situation is flipped again.
Yeah.
Because now with
flipped,
one out, 90 feet away is the go-ahead run. And you got Jackson Prince up, who has already hit in 2 runs tonight. He's already got a 2 RBI night. And he could be the hero here. And he hits that one to third. Oh, the Mamasuno into left field. And the Tatum Eagles take a 4-3 lead here in the 7th inning.
Wow, what a change of momentum here, fellas.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm switching late because I'm getting excited and I forgot I got to push a button to switch my camera angle.
Man, this is the tough, because is that an error? Because it was a hard hit ball.
No, I don't know if that's
I don't know.
That was tough.
And that was a big.
I think I'm giving that a single.
I am too, but
That was a
I
big bounce.
don't feel good about it. If I'm being
Yeah,
honest, I
yeah.
think I feel better if I go with an error. But
And
we're
again-
not going to do that.
And I'm thinking more because of the bounce and even how hard
The
it was
bounce
hit, right?
and how hard it was, it would have even been able to make a clean play on it anyway. I don't know. But Colt Bullard up now, and he's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And that one's dirted by Ludlow. Man, what a turn of events here for
Crazy.
the Tatum Eagles here in the 7th inning. A single, a fielder's choice, an RBI triple, and an RBI single.
What Coach Washington say? Baseball go the way baseball go.
That's right. Every time.
Oh,
Oh, that's a car. Yeah,
please,
that's a car, man.
please stay away from the NSN mobile. Thank
Well,
you.
listen, I have a there's no chance
you're
my
safe.
car is getting hit.
Someone would have to hit a rocket.
Yeah, not a chance my car is getting touched tonight by a ball at this game.
We got Joetta Barnes saying Colin Wheat has committed to Henderson State as well. Yeah, we mentioned that earlier a few times that KO is all on top of that, being at the news station. We'll be covering him next year.
What's the name again? The what? The mascot?
The Henderson State Reddies.
Reddies.
Ready. We always ready.
We got I believe there is a pitcher up there. That's hit towards center field.
Oh, my
Deep towards
goodness.
Center field.
Off the-
Oh, they called that a home run.
Is that a home run off the banner?
They called it a home run.
Does anybody know if that's
The
a home run?
umpire did this.
And that-
If it has to go over, or if it hits that black part, is that a home run?
Now batting number 22, Cody Hines.
I'm not sure what the rule is.
I
here.
don't know what the rule is there. If
Is
that's
that
part of the fence
wall, or is that the home run?
I think we're confused here still. I don't know if they.
Well, the home plate umpire signaled
I
home
saw.
run.
Yeah, I saw that, but
he did. Yes, he
but-
did.
but he-
did.
but they left the runners on. I don't know.
If it was a mistake, that's one thing. But he just.
Yeah.
So, look, now he's doing.
I'm not sure.
So is that a double?
Yeah, that's a double.
I guess so.
Yeah, he did. Call home run.
Yeah, I just don't know if that banner is considered
Right,
part
that's
of the
my
wall.
thing.
That's
I
the
understand the
Yeah.
smart aleck behind us. It's not over the fence, not a home run. I get that. But is it part of the – that's what we're not understanding, is that extension part of it, because that's apparently what the home plate umpire thought, because he's the one that signaled home run.
Yeah,
Because it is I mean, just because I've been back there with the camera, it's an actual banner. Like, it is a banner. It's not wall. I mean, because it's got the little hole. Yeah, it's an
Oh.
actual banner.
I wonder if it goes. Do they have something else for the other? Was it the other team that plays here? Y'all mentioned.
Timberhawks.
Timberhawks.
They covering
no,
something
I
up.
think, well, maybe. That's hit towards first, and that's going to eat up the first baseman, Ian Owen.
Nobody cover. Wow.
And that is a tough. And when it rains, it pours, and that's kind of what's happening to White Oak in this 7th inning. Just a series of unfortunate events that are happening.
17, Brody
Yeah, it's gonna be. That'll be an E3.
That's an E3.
Yeah. for
Could
sure.
argue there's a couple of other areas this inning, but one that we've written down.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement of that one.
And
Tough
that is
play, but
now a 5-3 lead for the Tatum Eagles, and Brody Downs steps in, who has been on base all 3 times tonight. That's a ball.
Got runners on the corners with just one out.
Yep, still just one out. Again, it's been a single, fielder's choice, triple, single, double, error. And that's looped towards second, caught on a line. Had a chance for a double, I thought, but did not. That's the second out of the inning. Nobody advances, nobody moves anywhere. And for anything, for White Oak, that's just a...
Yeah, settle down.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they still have an inning to play, and they can do the same thing that Tatum's doing now.
They did it in the first inning, right? Well, they had the 2-out rally and scored 2 runs in the first inning. So Roughnecks are definitely capable of it. And don't forget, Tristan Berry's getting up there in his pitch count as well. He's got 22 pitches to play with when he comes out in the 7th inning.
Now, Henny's due for one.
Yes, he's 0 for 3 tonight. A couple flyouts and a ground out.
Ooh.
Oh,
my goodness.
They're going to give the base runner there and steal. Not worried about that runner at the moment. That was a curveball right there.
That thing took a hard left.
Did it put a turn signal on?
No, it just switched lanes without warning.
And that's hit towards second again. And Thomas grabs it for the 3rd out, but the damage has been done here in the 7th inning as the Tatum Eagles strike for 3, and they now lead by 2, 5-3 here on NetSN. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th. Man, it has been a fun night here at the ballpark here in White Oak.
We asked for a good one.
We did ask for a good one. We have been blessed with a good one, and I don't know if it's quite over just yet. We have the bottom of the 7th inning, and it's the meat of the order for the White Oak Roughnecks. The 3, 4, and 5 due up. Jordy Robertson, Brady Greenwood, and Colin Wheat against Tristan Berry on the mound for the Eagles. And Robertson takes ball 1. Robertson has had a really good night at the plate. He singled, came around to score in the 1st inning, reached on an error in the 3rd, and doubled in the 5th. He takes strike 1 there from Berry. One ball and 1 strike to Jordy Robertson, now playing shortstop for the Roughnecks. Big swing and a miss by Robertson. And 2 strikes now on the Roughneck.
Barry's ready to go. He is ready.
Fast. Reminds me a lot of what's that one pitcher that's fouled out of play? Who was that one pitcher for the Rangers that worked really quick? Was it Derek Holland? Yu Darvish worked pretty quick.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's who I'm thinking. Anyway, he reminds me of like he's just ready. As soon as he throws a pitch, gets the ball back in his glove, he's ready to go again. 1-2. Cool.
It was very close.
Awful close to the strikeout there. But here's a 2-2 pitch now. Fouled off to stay alive. A good job of battling by Jordy Robertson. Robinson on deck is Brady Greenwood, who has also been on base twice with 2 hits. And then you have Colin Wheat, who has reached base twice. So meat and potatoes of the order for White Oak. That's hit up the middle, shortstop diving attempt. Cannot get there as Whitus. And that'll be a leadoff single for the White Oak Roughnecks in the 4th time that Robertson has reached base tonight.
Man,
he's had a game.
That's just putting it in play, and that's we talked about how important base runners are. Now they're magnified.
Now batting,
And just
number
like that,
6,
the
Brady
tying
Greenwood.
run comes to the plate for the Roughnecks, and it's a senior here on senior night. Brady Greenwood, who has 2 singles and a strikeout swinging. No courtesy runner for Robertson this time. Robertson's staying in there to run. That's a good point. He's not a catcher anymore. Guess he doesn't get a courtesy runner. I overheard that in the stands.
Man.
It's the thing about being quiet. Everybody hears you. When you say something incorrect, you hear it. Even though they may think they're quiet, I still hear it.
Yeah?
And
We can really hear it because
yeah.
the microphone picks
I
it up.
appreciate it, but I didn't think about that. He's not the catcher anymore, so he doesn't get a courtesy runner. He's got to run. That's
Oh.
right down the right field line. And that
Uh-oh, it's booted.
And it's booted. Oh, no. And rounding third. No, Robertson's going to stop at third. I'm going
Yeah.
to give that a single and an E9.
Yeah, that was
And that is going to put 2 runners on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Colin Wheat steps up representing the winning run for the Roughnecks.
man.
What a turn of events here. This 7th
Golly.
inning has
This game.
You
flipped
can't-
on its head.
You can't look down, KO. You'll miss something. Because I mean, normally a sure-handed out there. I mean, he just.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to worry about the throw before he had the ball, and
Colin Wheat infield playing in, preventing a run. And Wheat takes that one inside corner, strike 1. I
Man.
don't know if I agree with playing in right. I mean, I get why, because I guess there's no option for a double play here, but
Yeah, you're trying to save
you're trying to
that
prevent the run. I get it, but I feel like playing in creates opportunities for a sharp hit ball to get through that normally wouldn't. You know,
man, if you're not tuned in tonight for this game, man, what are you doing? This
I don't
is
know.
gonna-
We got a huge audience.
It is.
1 ball and 1 strike here. Barry. Outside, ball 2.
Yeah, he was trying to give him a chase. They were catcher
Yeah,
set up
yeah.
outside.
Hey, good discipline not to, because that thing looked like a beach ball coming across.
2 balls and 1 strike. Barry, the pitch to Wheat. Ball 3. He is not giving anything on that outside
Man.
edge.
Was that low?
Maybe a little. I mean, it's shin level, maybe just right below the knee. 3-1. Slug on it,
Well, he had the wrong club in his hand. He needed his wedge for that one.
A full count to Colin Wheat with 2 runners on.
Hey, Barry's staying composed.
Payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4
Bases loaded, fellas.
with no outs.
Oh, my.
That is huge. Now,
Batting, number 16,
All right.
Braden Allen.
Oh,
that's coming home.
and they just-
Wait.
They just,
Time. Wait.
what happened?
Was time not called?
I don't know.
How was time not called? They were back there talking to the umpire, were they not? Score the runner, he says.
Wow.
So now the field umpire's coming up.
The home plate umpire is counting that run that just came across the board.
I didn't notice it. I
I
thought
thought time was called.
they were all kind of huddled up at the mound.
Everybody was huddled up right there. I thought time was called. But apparently it wasn't.
Ooh, and
They are counting that run. Time called. They're counting that run. So Robertson comes in to score.
Coach Russell has not had the last word in yet. He is hot at home plate here.
But even
I
if you
thought-
didn't call time, why didn't you
I
call
thought time was
right?
called.
The
Yeah.
play stopped, right?
Yeah.
But if he didn't call time, whatever happened is legal.
Oh, I
If
get
time was
that.
never
I'm just
called.
wondering. But you typically call it when the momentum of the play stops, right?
Yes.
And so I agree that if he didn't, I see that.
And there was a long pause there. You would have thought that time had been called, but
You know what happens when you assume, fellas?
Yeah.
huh?
What happens when you assume sometimes?
I know, but
And we all kind of
that's-
assumed that it was.
But the problem is,
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're
If
saying.
time
Like if
was-
they didn't,
if
but
time was called, it should have been known by everybody, right?
Yeah. Used to
But
be like,
evidently-
time,
Right,
and you
right,
you know,
right.
usually would.
But also, if time wasn't called, then that's heads up. But
but yeah, I mean,
So if you're Coach Foshi, maybe you saw that they didn't signal time, and that's why you signal the runner. That's smart coaching. If you didn't see it,
100%.
Yeah.
But I find it hard to believe that time wasn't called.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. With how many plays you have a game,
And how long it took after that, well, now we got a courtesy. No.
it's a pinch runner, I think, for 14's coming out. 5 is now on first. So now we're going to try to get this game started back here.
Jaron, infield flies in effect.
if I'm going,
There you go. Hey, thank you for telling me,
Touche.
KO, because I'm still infield fly rules. That was a great conversation, Neil.
oh my gosh.
So after all that, Braden Callens, and now the winning run is at first base, and that's why we need to. That's what I was trying to figure out who that is out at first base. That is Salter, Tate Salter, that is running at first base. Tate Salter is running at first, and he represents the winning run here tonight for White Oak. 5-4 lead for Tatum. Been a wild 7th inning.
What a senior night for White Oak here.
I'm saying. 0-1. Squaring around the butt, lays it down, fielded cleanly at first by Downs, who throws back to Hines. The 3-4 put out for the first out of the inning. And sometimes the first one's the hardest. Make sure time's called.
Oh, I see it.
Everybody's there.
I see it at the field umpire has got his hands in the air.
Everybody's calling time. Now, that does move both runners up 90 feet, so now you have 2 runners in scoring position. Double play, your routine double play is now out of play because there's not a runner on first. You do have 1 out.
Pitch count is at 104, KO. So
Pitch counts at 104. I think you ride with Barry till he hits 110. What do you think, Jaron?
Yeah, you're riding Barry for sure. I think they're talking just some strategy here, just trying some situational stuff. And this is something that Tatum prides himself on. They're really good at situational ball.
if they had a guy to close, Jaron, who would you think would be coming in if they have to go to that somebody?
No, I mean, possibly Kanzler, but
So it looks like maybe would Downs come in because he just got a new wristband? Would Downs come in to pitch, Jaron?
no, I wouldn't think so. I mean, I
maybe
think
they
he's
were just
pitched some,
changing.
but yeah, I mean, I think he has pitched, but that's not.
Well, Levi Sipes is coming up, and he had a single to lead off that 6th inning and then was out at second base on the fielder's choice. He's up here with 1 out and runners at second and third, and I do not like throwing over with the tying run just 90 feet away.
That's
Yeah,
scary.
I don't like that.
Is it stressful?
at all.
Does it stress you out,
A
KO?
little bit.
Okay.
Oh, a pitch out. They may be setting up the double play.
They may just walk him.
They may just walk him to. But
Can they just say walk in high
You
school?
you can.
But doesn't it still count as the 4 pitches?
Oh, I think it does. Yeah,
So
right. So that's why they're not.
Either
wanting to
way,
do
it's
that.
just
yeah.
going to waste.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But do you take the chance of throwing a bad
I don't
pitch
like,
out?
Well, I think it was just a one-time thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Is that a foul? Can we make a call?
Yeah.
He went like this. He called
He
strike.
did. It just took him a little.
But that's not a foul ball. That's a strike.
Yeah.
So he's saying that didn't hit anything.
Yeah, I think he hit catcher's shoe and went away. I don't
This
think.
umpire, man, is
Yeah, because that's important because the runner could advance there.
right, which is why you need
Yeah.
signals. That's popped up out of play for strike 2.
This is a big,
It's a huge at
big.
bat.
Yeah.
2 outs and 1 out are totally different.
Yeah.
Because all he needs to do is get it out in play in the outfield.
Tying
He's probably
run.
going to score.
If he
a
gets
run.
it on this pitch, or even in the next 2 pitches, he can
He
go
could
with that.
start
yeah.
the next one and could finish this game. But
Yep.
we got to get through this first. The 1-2 pitch all the way to Sipes. is hit towards third, fielded cleanly by Anthony, fired to first, low throw, scooped out. And that is a huge out, number 2.
And I'm sorry I didn't switch the camera over, guys. I'm in this. I'm not used to the camera.
You need me to take over?
I'm like in the zone here. Golly.
Coming down to this. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning, a 1-run lead for Tatum. And stepping into the box for White Oak is Will Thomas. He reached on a fielder's choice, and his pinch runner came in and scored last time. That's chopped foul for strike number 1. It's big at bat, man. Tying run just 90 feet away. The winning run out there at second base. And Will Thomas is in the box, controls it all. Going against Tristan Berry, the 0-1. That's popped up, should do it. Anthony squeezes it. Ball game.
Wow. Wow.
What a finish.
What a game and what a finish here tonight in White Oak. They are giving this umpire the business.
They are on the way.
I mean, it's one thing if you know, didn't get the win. You won.
They let them know.
Anyway, what a game here tonight, fellas. 5-4. Tatum gets the big win over White Oak, and they're giving it to the umpire still. Man.
Hey, it's setting up for a game on Thursday.
Man.